everybody. I'm George.
And I'm Bob. We're the Shipping Goblins from Beetle and Grips. Today, we're going to talk about the amazing Map Vault Collection. And with the Map Vault Collection, you get a bunch of gorgeous two-sided maps, all scaled for standard minis.
Yeah, get yours now for the Map Vault Collection from Beetle and Grim, and all the players at your table will be revved up and hyper because the only thing they'll be able to say is...
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Zoinks!
Yeah, do it again.
Zoinks!
Hello?
Who do you think you are?
Yes, Mr. Lillard.
You're just some common.
Yes, sir.
You can't just go off and use my
It's your
voice
thing.
like that. I have rights.
Completely. We just thought...
Wait,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take this right to
yes,
the
sir.
Beetle. Hey, Grim.
Thank you, sir.
What happened?
Matthew Lillard watches our show!
Zoinks!
Double
You do, Josh. But anyway.
Welcome everyone to the
We're
penultimate
live.
episode where everything's going off the rails from second one.
Yeah, it's every single time. It's just great. It's almost like it's planned. But I assure you it's not.
To start.
Hello, welcome to Band of Badgers. I'm Dave, your GM for this evening, and this is Rise of the RUNELORDS by Paizo, a most excellent adventure, and this is the penultimate episode. Our heroes have made it this far over a grueling 10 months of real time. Our heroes are here. And these are, of course, my beautiful heroes and players. Say hello, players.
Hello, players.
Oh, there we go. catch up at the end. Thank you, as always, to Beetle and Grims. But most of all, thank you to you for watching. I don't mind if you're watching live. I don't mind if you're watching on YouTube. The fact that you're actually watching here, thank you very much. And to show our love to you, we have some discounts. In the box below me, you'll see some discounts. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description below. And I think there's even something on Twitch if you're watching that as well. But on Twitch, you'll find some giveaways and all kinds of bits and pieces turning up in the live chat. I don't know why I do that. It's like flashing. Turn up in the live chat. Every now and then, you'll see some stuff. And that's pretty much that bit. But if you would like to support us, you can. We have Twitch Prime subscriptions, and of course we have our Patreon, and I have no idea why I do that either, but I do. Now we have just in case you don't know who Badgers are, this may be your first time tuning in. Why is it taking you so long? But anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for joining us. We support writers, artists, designers, creators, large and small, all over the world. So if you have something to say, you want to, or something to play, get in touch. We have a lot of fun stuff coming soon over the summer months. Right now, as we were doing this is June. So we're just about to go into our summer shows, and you can find all that stuff there. If you're watching this in the future, if it's no longer June 2021, then you can also catch up on all of our stuff on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/bandofbadgers, for all of our most excellent content. Good. That went well. How is everybody doing? I'm just checking in with everyone.
Much better today. It's not above 15 degrees, so it's like, you know.
That is also true.
It's higher than 15 degrees. What are you talking about?
Well, not indoors. It wasn't today when I had all of doors and windows open.
Oh,
Because that's what I've been doing for the past week when it was above 20. But it's been much more pleasant today.
yeah. I had to buy a massive fan to keep me cool.
Everyone's like, yeah. Everyone seems nervous. Is everybody okay?
No, it's not an episode. You've told us you're going to kill us.
I have not actually said that. You guys have said Dave's going to
It's
kill us.
been
I have
heavily
actually
said.
heavily
No. Sharon will back me up. Pre-stream, Starfinder, Friday, you announced it's TPK, it's coming. Last episode.
That was Starfinder. This is Pathfinder. They're two different games. This is.
Yeah, but
second
you're not
edition.
DMing. You're not DMing Starfinder. Steve is.
Yeah, exactly. And Cowboy was going to kill everybody. So there we go.
Prediction.
Cowboy was going to kill everybody.
So
What he
If you-
might do when he woke up to find himself an android.
I did. It's a different game. We're talking about Starfinder. See, everyone's like, no, just don't talk about Pathfinder. We'll get through it. We'll survive. We'll just make it to next week. That's all we got to do. One more week. I don't think so. So,
Yeah.
Got Karzog to kill.
That's right.
last week you managed to get out of the cabin in the woods, basically. Our evil dead cabin in the top of the mountain ranges with ghostly dwarfs and the very scary ass Wendigo, which I really loved. I enjoyed the Wendigo. It was nice.
It was horrifying.
Yes. Was that it? It was horrifying.
It was horrifying.
I thought you might have broke connection then.
No.
It was horrifying. Okay.
It was horrifying. Well, just when we were talking about talking about horror last night, weren't we? And it's like the anticipation is worse than the reveal. But in that case, it wasn't. The reveal was just as bad.
And everybody, welcome. Wukong, everybody, has joined us from Forgotten Realms, all the way from Avarice, to join us in the cold, harsh Reach Mountains.
Yeah. I mean, he's a monk.
He can do that.
What, he's got wall climb. He just right out of hell, right to us.
Yeah, he is that powerful now.
Yeah,
He just
much.
goes off.
He sees
That's
the
what it was.
multiverse.
Yeah, we'll have to put that into the Avarice story, because we did see Wukong just run off on his own. And what he did, he ran to the Paizoverse. He's jumped in, rescued everybody from the penultimate episode, and then he's going to quickly scamper back to Avarice.
Yep.
We'll just have to wait and see. That's what I
Be
mean.
interesting to see how that works on Saturday.
Yeah, or at least maybe Tolkien has run away. Maybe they swap places. Tolkien is gone, Wukong is here.
I feel like Tolkien is probably a better meat shield.
Probably.
We're going to get a Flashpoint Wukong, where he changes the past and the present and the future, just kind of like going through.
Ooh. Harrison has been looking at my notes again. Ooh.
Twitchy just goes wife swap D&D.
Yeah. So you left the cabin. You found the map, or you found directions at least in the journal that the dwarfs left behind. Good old Silas. Mm-hmm. Which you followed those to. You managed to find it all the way up halfway through the mountains until you came to a bit of a ledge, which allowed you to oversee the city of Xin-Shalast. I'm just kind of stalling until Jeff comes back. But he's gone.
So what you can do to stall is you can tell us all of the things that we're going to have to encounter, and then we can plan now.
On the way, you're standing
that'll
on this
make it easy.
precipice. You're standing on the precipice. What would you like to do? What would you like to?
I'd like to take in the scenery. Is there any significant landmarks from this elevation?
Yes, I'm getting to that bit. So I'm just stalling for Jeff to come back.
Is there any snow nearby?
You're on top of a mountain. There is lots of snow. You still have all the howling wind noises as the gales continue to pummel the top of the mountain range.
I'm going to make a snowball and throw it at Yelena.
Well, Dragonsfire in chat just said make snow angels. Everyone's like, this is it, penultimate episode.
Yeah. Bear is making a snow angel.
Bear's like,
Yeah.
Harrison, are you wearing any armor?
Yes. I think so. I'm wearing leather armor.
Yeah, it's not non-magical, isn't it?
It's non-magical, so I'm pretty, yeah.
Okay, I will whip out a scroll. And I shall cast a spell on Harrison.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast on Harrison 8th level mage armor.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
So you can actually set that in Path Builder if you wish, but it will give you a +3. Sorry, it's a +2 increase to your AC and a +2 bonus to your saving throws.
All saving throws.
All saving throws.
Excellent. So I'll be a lot harder to kill, David.
Oh well, I wouldn't touch
extra
them.
dice. There we go. Just pour
Chav,
them in.
I saw in the Discord, Chav Hunter had a great idea for his bosses with the massive D20 die. We need some of that for the boss fights, like a jumbo-sized D20.
Could do. So anyway, Jeff has been delayed, so we're going to carry on as normal. Ooh, what was that? Challenge accepted. Well done. Right, so you have the Narrow Mountain Pass opens into a glacial valley. Actually, what I can do is I will share a image with everybody. I will switch you over to the other cans, and I will put on that one. There we go. It's a bit small on the screen. Let's see if this one actually works. And there we go.
Oh,
I will.
That's cool.
Oh no, that's not the. There we go. Yeah, I've posted something into Zoom chat for everybody. There you go.
Sweet.
But the viewers can see it. Bing. There we go. So, this is the city of Xin-Shalast. You are standing on a narrow mountain pass that opens into a glacial valley, extending north and then turning to the west at the base of the vast mountain at the far end. Filling this valley is an ice-capped city of enormous proportions. The near end is mostly blocked by a huge fortress of smooth black stone with multiple towers rising from its high walls. Exiting the bailey of this fortress is a massive causeway of gold that dominates the city as it travels down the centre of the vale. Enormous towers and spires of many-coloured stone pack both sides of the central thoroughfare, rising to prestigious heights and giving the illusion that the road itself is a valley. The eastern slope of the valley has been partially subsumed by an ancient volcanic flow. You can see this on the map for everybody who's there. That's the map here, as you can see. This is my little marker. You use that. Nearly a quarter of the city appears to have been buried by this volcano. The section is now little more than a great mass of ice, with jagged angles and peaks of ruined structures poking through its topmost layer here and there. Where the valley curves slightly to the west, the structures, if any, grow even larger, becoming truly gigantic as they climb up and over the rocky spur. At the far end of the valley, the city abuts the lower slope of a truly massive peak, yet the city builders appear to have taken no heed of this change in the slope. For the Great Causeway merely elevates at a steep angle and continues to climb the incline in a nearly straight line, transforming into an immense stairway. Additional buildings cling precariously to the mountain face alongside the causeway, growing even larger and more impressive as they ascend. The gigantic buildings finally give way to a few thousand feet above, but the mighty road continues to wend its treacherous way to just below the mountain's peak. There is a spired citadel looming with its size and proportions truly magnificent. It too fails to summit the mountain. Instead, its topmost spires end just below the dominant face of a stern man carved into the peak of the mountain and surveying the city below. The otherworldly quality of this strange panorama is further reinforced by the sound of cold winds slicing through the high peaks, making strange cries and shrieks in the thin mountain air.
Does the face that's carved into the mountain, do we recognise it as Karzog?
Yes.
Okay, because we saw Karzog previously in the place we were that was shaped like a head in the basement.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
starting to think this chap likes his face.
You also saw the statue of Karzog in the rune well. The rune forge.
Yes, he's a bit vain. So we are at the southern tip of that map, and we're up on the cliff above. Is that correct?
That's how I read it. Yes.
Yeah. I guess first thing to do then is find a way down. Is there an obvious route?
You can climb down if you want to.
Yeah,
So
I'll try.
yeah, and I'll assist from a ranger perspective. Start just kind of looking around the cliff and the area to see if there's any paths or ways or anything.
Yep. Do a flat d20 roll for me.
Both of us.
Yes, please.
Flat D20. Here it comes. Not too bad. 17.
Ooh, okay.
2.
See, that's why
Good thing I helped.
Okay. Silex straight away manages to spot the route, and Bear managed to trundle just in the way of Elias, just saving Elias's life as he steps on the rock to kind of look over the 2,000 sort of foot sheer drop. As the rocks start to crumble beneath your feet, Elias, but Bear's butt gets in the way and stops you.
Oh, thank you, Bear. I was slightly distracted by the sea below. Psyduck, any luck in finding a way down?
Yeah, it looks like we looks like I've got something here, and just watch your step, all right? This is a dangerous area, so everyone tread lightly. And I'll kind of point towards the path that I've identified. Everyone walk behind me, and follow my steps only.
So look, does it look like we can toboggany down?
Well, if you'd like, Harrison, be my guest. I'd actually like to see how that goes.
Yelena is glaring at Harrison, daring him to do it. You're giving the impression that he's probably not going to get healed if he does this.
Yeah, just Link style, jump on your shield, or if you have one, just.
Does anyone have like a piece of wood nearby that they can give me to do?
Yelena holds her bracer, the thing on her bracer tighter.
I'll get out my traveller's any tool and turn it into a ski.
Ah,
Elias,
ski.
why are you enabling?
I am an enabler.
Yeah,
There is
I've
no
already
real
reached
no.
into my bag of holding and pulled out a piece of wood.
Oh my god. Well, you all hate Harrison, clearly. I hope you understand this, Harrison, that they just want you dead.
This is too good.
I'd like to think of it more as loving fun than hating Harrison.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
So Harrison prepares himself for his impromptu skiing down the or tobogganing down the.
I'm also going to prepare you for your impromptu skiing by casting grease on the top of the path.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Hell, you asked for it.
Harrison,
So,
roll me a
Harrison,
flat d20 for me,
Harrison.
please. I don't need to kill the players, they just kill each other.
So
Kill
this is
themselves.
a 14 in total.
Okay. Okay, what would you like to do with your skis?
So having not being a trained skier at all, and just
Because we didn't think about that to start with, did you?
no, he's confident. He's confidently.
Confident. Yeah.
Confident, but he's eager to impress and do it. But hopefully he will navigate himself down the slope without hitting anything. But I can't guarantee that.
So, off you go. I can't believe I'm doing this. Right, okay. Everybody.
I assume, like, the speed he's moving, can we still see him the whole time?
Yeah, he's standing there and he's got the sticks and he's trying to figure out how to get moving. And eventually he kind of like leans forward. Oh, who does?
I'll use Mage Hand to help him.
So you see this like floating hand just go poof, and off he goes. Like you see it in like the sticks are up in the air. Whoa! As he goes down this path that Psylocke has clearly labelled as the right way to go, and Harrison disappears behind little outcroppings, and every now you see him. As it goes round and down and round and down. Even Bear is just kind of like bearing his nose. If a bear could facepalm, it would. As Harrison Harrison disappears.
Right, so at the point where he's about to get 60 feet away from me, I cast Featherfall. So if it goes horribly wrong, he has a safety net. But he won't know that.
Okay. So
I'm in deep panic at this stage.
what would you four real heroes like to do?
I'd like to creep down tentatively.
Yeah, I will be walking down, watching my step, but at the same time, I'm yelling, like, "Go, Harrison, go!"
You see,
Elena.
you're gonna say you see these two tracks of skis in the snow, and every now and then there's like an extra line of yellow in the snow.
Yeah,
That's
and
the grease that he's dragged down.
yeah. And I'm using this to continue to tell the group, "Yep, this is safe. This is the safe way."
If Harrison's not dead, it's definitely safe.
Yep.
Okay.
At least there's no blood, hopefully.
Okay, so you spend the time descending this face, guided by the excellent Psylocke and Harrison, who is the, danger detector. Test dummy.
Danger baby.
Well, at this point, it's being guided by Harrison.
And when you finally reach the bottom, you see it's very deep snow, and all you see is the kind of silhouette of a person, and all it's up is just two sticks for the feet.
I think as we're partway descending, Elena's going to shout to Elias, "You do remember that he blew up a fucking tower, right?
Yeah.
Why
But,
is this a good idea?"
He wasn't in control of any of this, so the amount of damage that he can do is limited. Unfortunately, in the tower incident, he was in control. I think when we give him control, worse things happen. This way, if we're in control, he gets to have that little bit of fun and feel like he's, being the centre of attention, which is what he wants to be. But he's not going to hurt himself. Or, more importantly, us.
I assume this silhouette of him is like in the side of like a wall, like he's got to the end and just like
straight boom. In this one, he's inside the snow on the ground. You've literally just got is the carved out cookie cutter of someone laying down, and it's just a top foot of the skis sticking out of each foot. And every now and then they move, so he's fine. He's okay.
Okay. All right. Harrison, how was the trip?
Oh, it was great. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would
He's
really
still
recommend
2
it.
foot buried in the snow, looking up as Psylocke leans over.
Yeah, so you could hear the muffled voice of Harrison just going, "This is great. I love it."
Oh, excellent. You need some help out? And I'll reach down.
Since I can't reach you, you're probably going to reach my skis and pull me out by my skis.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Step on
comic
like a
style,
rake.
exactly. Yeah, in the chat. Yeah, I'll just be grabbing his foot and his skis, just like comically trying to like pull him up out of this hole, and maybe Bear like kind of grabs the back, and we're just like trying to pull him up.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So you're now down. You're at the bottom now. You're at kind of street level. At the southern tip of Xin-Shalast. And as you look around, you see the buildings are very dilapidated, weather-worn. The stone skeletal structures are still intact. You know, this is a city that has survived 10,000 years of harsh blizzards, of a volcano eruption. But this is, I don't know, is this the Xin-Shalast you were expecting to find?
Yes. You know, we can still see the gold. We can still see the magnificence, the size of the buildings, the layout of the streets, the style. Despite the fact that it's been exposed to the elements for 10,000 years, it's still largely standing.
Impressive, given how long it's been. Do you think there's maybe some spell on it to keep it safe?
Do we know if this place is magical or not, or whether it's just simply just so old it's just kind of stood the test of time?
I'm gonna slip into detect magic. Is there any latent magic left behind?
So I'm just going to say you're kind of walking down the street at this point. Okay, so you get onto the sort of the main thoroughfare eventually, and yes, there are hints of magical auras not from everything, but here and there you pick up things. There's definitely some kind of protection in this city, but not every single building. Some have various runes, some have various markings. Most of this is just, you know, the doors, for those which have wooden doors, are all just rotted and fallen away. The snow is, you know, broken some of the windows, piled into it. A lot of it is just done.
Can we see any kind of smoke billowing from any of the places that we can see, like as in signs of life or anything?
I'll let you have a perception check.
Okay. Perception. So that is a 29.
Okay, so from where you are in this city at the moment, and street level, I'm going to say no.
Okay. I'll say to the rest of the group that no signs of life. Looks like it's a very quiet part of town.
Well, I'm not exactly sure, Harrison. And I'll do survey wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna kind of start looking around to see if I can pick up on anything that would be active within this area. Like scents, droppings, marks in the snow, anything that I can pick up on that would give me an indication of any type of wildlife or anything that would be in this area.
Okay. Do a roll for me.
Okay.
Let's do a perception check as well.
That is my specialty, although that roll sucked. 35.
You notice that you've been kind of keeping an eye on things as you've been walking. You've been walking for a good 20 minutes to half an hour now, passing buildings, the strange echoes on both sides, and you've just kind of realised that there's no animal tracks on the floor. Every now and then you see it like a bird of prey fly across. So the sky, there is full of birds. But down on the ground, you may have expected, it's been 10,000 years. Would there be bears, mountain lions, cougars, rats. But you've noticed and realised as you're walking around, there's no sign of any animal tracks. Whether it's the snow, whether it's in partial dirt roads. Snow tends to cover most of it, but there's no tracks.
I'll continue to kind of look around a little bit more, and it just almost like kind of see me sort of almost in confusion, and I'll turn to the group. It's there's nothing. Harrison, you may be right. There's nothing here. I would assume that there would have been some form of wildlife or tracks. I have noticed there are some birds. Yelena, do you think maybe you can get us an aerial view? Because it shouldn't throw anything off. I mean, there are birds here, even if there is something. It shouldn't throw anybody off.
Sounds like a good idea. I'll do that. And Jelena will turn into a bird, use one of her focus points, and fly up for a minute and see what she can. If there's anything she can see, any animals, people. I would say weird stuff, but it's a weird city already.
Sure, go ahead.
Is that perception?
Yes, please.
Oh, that's not a bad roll. One more thing. 39.
So what do you want to focus on first?
Can I see any animals
In the sky.
or wildlife? Nothing on the ground.
Nothing on the ground. So very similar to Silent, you also come to realise that a place like this, very desolate of, at the moment, humanoid life, that the bit that you're walking through, you would have had signs of animals living here.
Can I see signs that the birds are nesting?
They've been circling around atop, but they could be nesting anywhere. They haven't, while you've been walking, they haven't come down to the buildings.
Okay. So with whatever time I have left, can I see signs of human activity?
How far do you want to go?
I can go 60, 120, 180 foot around. And I've got a minute. So just a big old loop.
Okay. So you'll cover the most immediate area where you are, about a quarter of the map, basically the bottom quarter of the map, and you kind of double check on where you've already come from.
Yeah.
You're not quite sure. Every now and then, and it's just at even with your vision, it just seems to be at the corner of your eye. Was that movement, or was it a shadow?
Okay. So there's something off, but I don't quite know what.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that would probably be all I'd get in, so then I'd come back. And come back to being half orc. I didn't see anything definite, but there's something. There's like shadows, but it's like they're not there. It's like they're trying to hide. I could only catch it out of the corner of my eye.
Oh no. It didn't scurry around like it did in the house, did it?
I don't think so, but I didn't chase it that hard. But I think we need to be aware.
Did you happen to see which direction the anything moved, or?
Did I see any direction, or did they just flit? Did I see many?
I'll say you saw two.
Okay.
Maybe. The first one, you probably just thought it was. The second one, yeah, I'm not quite sure.
And was it around the building? So would it have darted back in?
Yeah, it's almost like something might have been watching from a corner of a building, realised that you were circling around, and just by luck, have disappeared back around the corner.
Okay.
And thank you, Twitch and Twitchy, for resubscribing. Thank you. Cheers, bud.
So is there kind of what if we were to kind of consider where we are on the map where we're looking at now? Is there a way that we can kind of know where we, from a metagaming perspective, know where we are physically at this moment in time?
Sorry, so that again. You want to know exactly where you are on the map?
Yeah, just to kind of knowing where we are in relation to where we've been walking to, and
yeah.
Because what I'm wondering is whether or not there's like a central point that we could potentially go to, but like I don't know whether we landed up towards the south or whether we ended up towards the north.
Sure. So I've put it on Twitch for you as well. So you're now starting from the bottom. You've followed the road up.
Okay.
Because that goes under the lava. So you've gone up by the houses, and you're now about there. If you're watching it on Twitch, you're kind of there's a horizontal area before the road goes north again.
Okay.
I'd like to ask a couple of questions if I can.
Go ahead.
So the first one is there's an obvious part of the city's been destroyed with this lava flow.
Yep.
Can I make a Thessalonian lore check to see if I have read about like the destruction of Xin-Shalast and what might have caused the lava flow? Do I know any of the history to do with that at all?
The only history that amounts to the ancient Thessalonians and why they all seemingly disappeared is because of the catastrophic event called Earthfall.
Okay, so it's not a huge leap of faith to when Earthfall occurred. That's when the lava flow hit the city. So it's likely that the inhabitants of the city were wiped out quickly, or it was a large amount of people were wiped out quickly.
Yeah.
So this could be, this area could be cursed. It could be cursed in a similar fashion that the house was, the Verka brothers' house. This might be what's keeping wildlife away. So what be keeping nature out, and why we're not seeing the degradation of the buildings or the streets and stuff like that. There's definitely rotting going on, so the buildings are not protected from the elements, but nothing's moved in and wrecked the place.
Mm-hmm.
What's Bear's demeanour? Is he scared like we were at the house, or is he all good?
No, this time he's actually very, very plucky. He's been getting better the more you left the cabin.
Okay.
And he instantly felt better when you solved that issue at the back of the cabin.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bear's not reacting that way like he was at the cabin, so maybe it's not a curse.
I was just speculating on what the shadows might have been. I know this city was it was filled at one point. There was a lot of people here.
Mm-hmm.
Just up the road, and we are moving along that main thoroughfare now, aren't we?
Yes.
Just up the road from here, there's several markets. There's flower markets and the food stalls. And the descriptions say this was an area of trade. There'd be food coming from all over the continent. You could pick up anything here. And then there's the places of commerce, the main trading houses where the writs and the contracts used to pass hands, the promises and favours, which this city was built on. This is a city of greed, after all. So everything was built around people gaining as much as possible over others. Lots of contracts, and that is probably the buildings that are protected by magic. We might find written evidence in there. And then in its vanity, it's overseen by Karzog. He even talked about that in the scripts that I've read. It still doesn't prepare you for actually seeing it. This guy's face is carved into the side of a mountain. you can only imagine the power that he wielded when this place was full of people. For them to have done something like that.
I can't imagine he was a particularly nice ruler.
No, but whether it's through fear or love, to have the power to get people to do that is impressive.
If it's cursed and they're still here, might they be on our side? Might they want revenge on him?
I don't know.
Could be useful power.
It's a good thought, Yelena. Is the only thing that we can see that looks like good is the citadel? Pretty much everything else is kind of broke down.
The city itself is deserted. It is a ghost town, or even a dead town. It's a city.
Right.
The thing you see most is it kind of gradually scales up as it curves around. Then you see tracked into the side of the mountain, like almost like stairwells, zigzagging all the way up to another kind of citadel on top of the cliff, looking down across the city from the other end.
Okay.
So there's the city and then the keep.
Yeah.
And then above that is the face carved into the mountain.
All right. Well, I'm not overly crazy about just walking right up the stairs into the front door. There's got to be another way in. There's always a way. There's always another way.
We did this last time with the giants, didn't we?
Yeah. Like I'm feeling we should kind of move that direction, but scout maybe around the base versus just like walking straight up these stairs into the front door. And Dave, if you'll allow, depending on how far would it be from where we are until we get to that, let's say the bottom of that staircase? How many feet?
Based on that map has one square is 750 feet.
Okay.
It's a bit of a walk, but if the rest of the city is the same as what you've been walking through at the moment, you'll make good time. There's nothing, like Elias was mentioned, market. There is a market square, but anything that may have been a market store has since dilapidated, degraded, everything else. If it was made of wood, gone. These are stone carved structures. That's the bits that have survived. Some roofs have caved in, others are still standing.
I'd say we just keep walking, but maybe be cautious. Keep our weapons at the ready.
Yeah, and I'm gonna every few 1,000 feet. That's why I'm trying to figure out. I think it'll be all right. I don't want to use too many of my prepped snares, but I want to set some warning snares.
Good idea.
Like every few thousand feet that are going to cover behind us.
Yeah.
I'm basically trying to ensure that nothing can sneak up behind us as we're kind of making our way there.
Mm-hmm.
And I can hear these warning snares up to 1,000 feet.
Okay.
So.
The other thing we need to discuss. Well, we all know where we're going. We know where our objective is.
So that I know. What is your objective and where are you going?
We're going to the keep ultimately, and we are looking for Rupp.
Okay.
Rupp must be with Karzog.
Rupp's dead.
Rupp must be with Karzog or whoever is ultimately the voice that speaks to us. If it's not Karzog, the voice says it's Karzog. It's spoken to us in the other places that we've been, and it wears the face of Karzog. Whether it truly is Karzog, I don't know. But whatever it is, that's our objective. So we have to get to the obvious place in this city where it's going to be. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
We have to decide what we're going to do when we get there. Yeah, we haven't rested. We haven't prepared. There's going to be a fight, so we need to rest. We need to decide what our battle plan is. Yeah, so what information do we have that helps us out? You know, we've each got a weapon that's imbued with magic from the opposing school. How do we best use that?
Yeah. I think trying to work out that I've got one short sword which is now the shocker, but the other short sword you took, and which was the one that was dipped in the pond. Did we determine what that actually does apart from just that it's somehow just does it do anything special other than just simply being imbued with this magic that we may or may not know about?
It's just been dipped in Runeforge.
Okay,
So
but we don't know much about that other than
it's imbued with magic from the opposing school. So I believe it means we'll be able to harm Karzog if that's who we're going to fight.
well, yeah. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to find somewhere to maybe spend a short rest to maybe recover some hit points if we can. I am quite hurt.
Yeah, how far are we down?
Well, I need to recover my spells, so
Likewise.
I'm talking magic mansion time, changing out spells for whatever we decide the battle plan is.
Okay, so you're talking like long rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want a long rest like near where we are and keep ourselves distance from the citadel, or we want to get to this staircase and start scouting, and then are we thinking let's hold back?
I'm thinking we discover everything that we need to before we get to the final objective. You know, if you want to scout around the base of the tower and find a back way in, or at least find out what's guarding the front door, then we do that. I then blip out Magic Mansion. We'll go and spend a nice, safe evening's rest on an alternative plane of existence, and then we unleash hell.
Okay.
You're basically describing a computer game where you search
Yes.
every single corner of every single room and then
Yes,
save.
That's what I got as well.
Well, I'll rest there and
Yeah.
I'll save it. No, I'll save,
Yeah.
then I'll rest, then I'll save.
Yeah. Here,
I'll make sure it's a
And then I'll
different
save to a
save,
new
just in
slot.
case.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
In case I need to
Save to the
reload
newest
all
slot.
again.
So I don't know. I almost feel like we should just do our resting then, and then scout and go. Because I guess my concern would be, I would go into stealth mode and try to scout. But if I run into something, I guess what I'm worried about is there's some type of alarm system here, right? Where like once we trigger it, it's on. That's what I'd be concerned about. And I trigger it scouting before we've rest.
Okay. We are still a long way from the tower, though.
Yeah. I'd be tempted to try and get closer to the tower. Although that is me talking, not necessarily Elena.
And your magic mansion is invisible to people?
Yeah, they can't get in unless they're invited.
Okay, and they can't see it.
No,
Or they
it's a
can.
door.
Okay.
It's just a doorway.
So if we do it in a building,
Yep.
then it's hiding.
Okay.
But I do agree about if we set off the alarm, then effectively the countdown time is running by that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Everybody did watch Dead in Vegas, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just checking.
Was that homework?
Just checking.
Okay.
Making me feel like Josh when we're talking about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's the Josh effect.
Yeah.
That's Josh B, not Josh M. I'm assuming that you have taste.
Oh.
Have you seen
Yes.
Lord of the Rings yet?
Me?
No, not you. Other Josh.
Other Josh.
Diplomatic answer.
You just say no.
And just say no.
No, I haven't. I just.
Oh my God.
I still need to.
And the saga continues.
I want to see how long it can take.
No,
to...
but it's almost just your thing now, so I wouldn't watch it because it just becomes like you. It should just be a thing. Just don't watch it. It's a thing then, rather than just watching it now after not watching it, and then worst of all enjoying it and thinking, oh, why didn't I watch it for all them years?
Yeah, I might find the time. But anyway, yeah.
There's loads of stuff going on in chat. Everyone's talking about Rup. So Baron, thank you very much for your gifted sub to Marissa. Hi Marissa, hope you're enjoying it. We need to have a chat actually. We need to have a catch up about some other stuff. And everyone's missing Rup. Showing some Rup love.
Not that he's dead. No.
He's definitely not dead.
All right, so let's progress. Let's progress a little closer. Maybe we stop a few thousand feet out from the. Let's maybe stop once we have at least some visual. Might be real small, but we got some visual, a little bit of better visual clearance.
Yeah.
Let's get a little bit closer.
I agree.
And do we want to check out some of the buildings, particularly some of the larger ones, the well-kept ones?
I think so. I think we should poke our head in a few of the windows.
I think maybe we should do some Marco Polo and.
Yeah.
Well, you're on the main road. You're on the main thoroughfare in the city. There are buildings all around one. Pick one.
I want to pick an impressive building, one that looks like it hasn't seen much in wear and tear. So a lot of stone. Grand entrance.
Yeah. Okay. There's a nice kind of sized. I'm thinking kind of holiday home sized, 4 beds. It could be a business entrance. Nice clay tiled roof, still intact. A few of the windows are broken. Big kind of arches, tiled flooring. Utility for escape holiday home.
Is it a pub by any chance?
It's not. Well, it might have been, but no, it's not. It's not a bar.
Damn it.
You can imagine something like inflatable donut rings, some sombreros, covered of plastic.
I'm classy now.
Bucket and spades. If it was all still there, but it's not.
So it's a travel lodge then.
Yeah.
I was just thinking it's the kind of the little shop by the beach, but okay.
Let's have a search around, see if we can find anything that's survived. I mean, I don't know. I don't know there's going to be much in here.
We'll keep your eye out for shadows in the corners that move, not just normal shadows. Obviously. And then Yelena shuts up because now she feels stupid.
Harrison says, "What's this about shadows? Why are we now scared of shadows?"
You were literally there when I told you, Harrison. How much do you value your life and your healing?
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Sorry, I was just playing Marco Polo by myself and going Marco Polo.
So as she walks past, she's just going to slap him on the back of the head. Not in a way to deal harm, just that, oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. So while Harrison is doing this, you get no reply. You're just calling out into the buildings. Let's say Yelena and Harrison on one side, Silek, Bear, and Elias on the other side.
I just want to have a look around and see if anything has survived that in the building. The building's done pretty well. I want to see if there's anything of interest in there, any records. I'm in this place. I'm gonna be intrigued about what might have survived.
Mm-hmm. So you're still gonna? Here's a building. You want to pop in?
I'm gonna pop in. I'm gonna search around. Spend 10 minutes or something having a quick nosy. If I guess from walking in, not until if anything's gonna have survived or not. So I will have spend 10 minutes searching.
Okay.
And if there isn't anything, we'll move on.
This is a smaller kind of dwelling. Again, it looks like probably a place of business, or may have been. There are counters, stone chisel bookcases, that kind of thing. The wood that's there is very dilapidated. It's just you touch it, it would crack and just fall apart. Everything in there is empty. Shops are empty.
Yeah.
Back rooms are empty. There's no signs of, certainly no recent life, but there's nothing been left behind.
I'm gonna look on the inside of the door, like the doorway, the lintel.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be a symbol above the lintel, carved into the stone. This is one of the contract houses I was talking about. So people would have come here, people who owed favours or made contracts with the master of the city, and they've come here to pay up their dues or receive their rewards. I mean, ultimately, like I say, this whole place is a city of greed, and sometimes people would gamble with their time, their lives. They would give years of their life, or they'd give certain things, certain favours.
Mm-hmm.
And these sort of places would be the accounting houses, and these accounting houses would they'd make a bit of profit off the top of whatever was being handed over. And this is how powerful people gained even more power. So I guess it works in the same way that demons amass power by having minions and getting contracts with mortals and making promises. This is the whole premise that the city worked on, and this is one of these houses. And if anything was going to have survived, it would have been in here. There's nothing that survived. The building survived, but there's no records, there's no content. So I'm pretty sure nothing organic has survived. Only the stone, through whatever means, has lasted this long, and that's impressive. But unfortunately, I don't know that we're going to find any more information here. Maybe as we get closer to the centre of the city, closer to the keep, closer to that tall tower, that's, if anything's going to be protected by magic, and if anything has survived from a records point of view, that's where we need to go.
Elias, do we know if when the volcano erupted, whether or not they were prepared and had kind of like shelters that they went to in this place, or whether, or at least underground places that we know of?
So Earthfall wasn't an eruption. Earthfall
okay.
was a comet that fell from the sky.
Right.
So it would have taken everybody by surprise, I guess, to a certain extent. The lava flow, I assume that when the comet hit, that caused catastrophic reaction in the earth, and that's when volcanoes would have erupted, that's when earthquakes would have happened, stuff like that. But Earthfall was a comet striking. You're all giggling at chat.
They're actually doing gravestone cheers to say that this is the inscription on Harrison's gravestone.
That's one hell of a kink. He loved the glove and skiing.
Hopefully not at the same time. Yeah, okay. So, well, obviously, I'm guessing, it was just it's a surprise to everyone. So, yeah.
I'm sure some survived. The richer, probably.
The rich probably found a way out.
Yeah. But, if you were one of the poor souls that turn up to one of these places to trade in favours, you're probably not going to have lasted very long. Well, like I say, I don't think we're going to find anything this far out. I think we need to get closer to the spire.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's where the rich people will be as well, won't it?
Elias, do you feel this is all just an illusion?
No.
Is there magic that can be great enough or dark enough that this could be a hustling and bustling city and we're just walking through the streets like fools?
There is certainly magic that can make you believe you're somewhere entirely different than reality. There's certainly magic that can do that. But we know that's not the case here. This is the city of greed. And illusion magic is anathema. So it's not going to be an illusion. I mean, we can take what we see here as real. There are other powerful magics here, I'm sure, but illusion won't be one of them.
All right. It just, I don't know. This place has got me spooked.
Yeah, it's not normal. It's too quiet.
It's very conveniently one of those big baddie areas that just,
Well,
big boss fight areas.
you say it's got you spooked, and you say everyone's wary. Bear's okay. In fact, he's quite enjoying it.
It seems Bear's having the time of his life, so I gotta
At least one
rely.
of us is.
I gotta rely on his senses, but I don't know. I don't like it. I've got a bad feeling. I think we should tread quietly and keep to the sides. Let's check out a few more of these buildings.
I don't think there is much point in checking out this far out. Let's get a lot closer. I'm almost tempted to say let's get to the base of the stairs.
Well, it definitely doesn't hurt to keep an eye out, but we just walk and just look, to our left and right, wait for the green man, all that stuff,
If we see a building that's different to what we've seen before, in a different state, then yes, let's search inside. But these types of buildings, these centres of commerce, these would have been protected. If anything would have survived internally, it would have been something like this.
All right, let's be careful for lookouts.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have the advantage of height. So as we're approaching, let's be careful.
Okay. So you.
Dave, I've set one warning snare at this point. Has anything triggered?
No.
All right.
Elena is keeping an eye out for shadows that are moving when they shouldn't be.
Okay.
I'd like to sneak, please, and use swift sneak so I can still move my normal speed.
Are you going from building to building, leaving your companions, or are you just walking amongst them?
I will move so I'm around 30 to 60 feet in front of them, and I will just flip from shadow to shadow.
Cool. Okay.
Hey,
Navy Phoenix. Hope you're enjoying the show. I know you're also playing RUNELORDS, so I hope we don't give you too many spoilers.
I'm going to use my Quiet Allies feat, which means that we can, we're skilled at moving in a group. Basically, we'll roll a single stealth check rather than a combined stealth check.
Okay.
So
I rolled a
now,
natural 20.
well done.
But that would be a 40 stealth.
So the four of you, that's Yelena, Silek, Bear and Harrison, continue down the main thoroughfare for the next few hours, checking various buildings. You pass buildings large and small, businesses, homes. There's even a stadium at some point. Again, you see the damage that the lava flow must have done to the city. And every now and then you stop in to look inside a building. They seem to be undisturbed, empty, no signs of recent life, either humanoid or animal. There's no footprints, there's no dust that's been disturbed. The snow is starting to kind of peter out a little bit. It's getting thinner and thinner on the ground. But if anything, it makes spotting tracks even easier for you. And it's just a clear, clean blanket of snow. And Elias, you do the same. Apart from your darting from building to building, trying to stay off the main road. But always, every now and then you check on your companions because you stay ahead of them. Not too far, but always in earshot. And every now and then you see Yelena or Sarlacc or Harrison dip their head into a building, pick something up, inspect it, put it back down, and move on. And you do the same. Maybe from testing back doors, looking for basement entrances, that kind of thing. Again, finding nothing. This is a proper ghost town. Until eventually you manage to walk the length of the city. And you come to the base of the stairs. At the top of the mountain, or at the top of the stairs, is what appears to be the spire.
And you will get the feeling you might be waiting for us.
If there is anyone in the spire, or if it's as dead as the city, if there is anyone up there, they certainly would have seen you walking down the main road.
For the purposes of people seeing the map, and also when we were looking from down on the mountain top, that kind of biggish building with the was it the seven Zahedron, was that the arena or was that something else?
That was an arena, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it looked very very grand. So okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? Are we resting or are we going to start going up?
Can we see anything at the moment? Other than ourselves? I'll just do a quick look around just to see if there's any kind of any movement.
Is there a way into the tower?
The way into the tower, the most obvious thing is to climb the stairs. That will take you up.
Yeah.
You can check the buildings around you. Harrison is looking. What exactly are you looking for?
Just
Sign
looking
of
for any
life?
movement.
Okay.
Just movement. I know that Yelena mentioned those shadows and just being wary of just any movement. Looking up, looking down, just looking around. You know, just general kind of stuff. So that is a 19 plus 23, so 42.
Okay. You look around in the various buildings and you see Elias kind of inspecting some bits and pieces. You see Sarlacc giving Bear a kind of cuddle and twitching behind his ear, which Bear seems to appreciate. Yelena is looking up in the sky for the various birds of prey that are up there. And as you're doing this, you're kind of casually looking around the buildings. And then just as you look back, something does catch your corner of your eye. And you kind of look back. It's gone. But was it a shadow? Was it a movement?
I'm not sure what I see, guys, but I think we possibly might be being watched. So be on your guard.
Well, where did you see it?
But did I know where I saw the flash and then disappearing of the flash, or?
No, it was a movement of a shadow, if
Okay.
it was anything. But,
Yeah, I don't know where I saw it, but I just saw something like Yelena. I guess
get
get
that
this
kind
feeling.
of. You do a double take. That's all. Oh, what was that?
Yeah,
Did I see that?
I don't know what I feel, but I feel like we need to be on our guard, but I don't have any basis to that.
Is there any buildings that are directly connected to the base of this thing?
No.
Or are they all separate from the base of the structure?
They're
that
all
goes-
separate from the base, and the stairs are carved into the mountain itself. This cliffside, and they take you up in a zigzag up to the spire.
All right.
How far does it go up?
The description reads 2,000 feet.
That's a lot of stairs.
It is.
Yeah.
This is the staircase from every other adventure you've ever seen.
All of the staircases put together.
Yeah.
The behemoth.
I feel like it's rest time.
I feel like it's going to be rest time when we get to the top of those stairs.
I don't know.
But yeah,
my,
I
my
agree.
natural point is always just to push it to the next step. So I have a proposal, and I'll put it to the group because I am naturally just going to always open the next door. I have I can turn us all invisible.
Oh, the whole party.
The
Okay.
whole pie. We'll have to stay within there's 10-foot radius, so you have to stay 10 feet in front, 10 feet behind. But I can turn the whole party invisible.
Then I'm gonna have to ride Bear to do that. Which I can. He's a mount, so I'll jump on Bear.
It lasts for 10 minutes. So it's
I don't know how far you think we moved, but we're not going to do that in 10 minutes.
So the other option is I also cast haste on us, so we can get up in 10 minutes, or fly on us, so we can get up in 10 minutes.
Well, I can fly up there anyway.
So we'll be invisible and we can haste. Right.
If we're going to rest, we can haste and we can share the spells.
So I can cast fly isn't a multi-person spell, but haste I can get multi-person.
Mm-hmm.
So that may be the better way to go, because I can only cast fly on one person. I can cast fly on one person. I can transform myself, but then if I turn myself into a dragon, then invisibility isn't happening. So I don't know.
I think we should rest down here. I think going up the stairs we're going to meet more, and we're going to need our spells.
Well, I mean, what would be the plan if we got up there, right? Let's say we're invisible, we flew, whatever. We get to the top. Is the plan then to Magic Mansion at the very top?
No, I don't think our ultimate location is the spire. I think our ultimate location is further in the mountain. I think getting to the spire gives us something. And getting to the spire, if there's any information to be had, it's there.
Okay.
You probably got a point.
I'll tell you where my thinking's going. If Karzok survived what happened, he's probably not in the city. That's why I think he's somewhere else in the mountain. There must be a place where they went, like a bunker, like Josh said.
Who's
need to-
Josh?
At Metagaming.
Okay.
So there must be a place where they went. There must be a record of where that place is, and that's the bit we don't know. We could run around in this city for a long time looking for where they've gone. I'm looking for the record of where that bunker is, and the only place I can think it would be is in a tower. So the decision is: do we think the tower is the start of? Is there an alert between the tower and the bunker that would warn Karzok that we're already here? If he doesn't know we're here already, he might already know we're here. I don't know. This all might be for nothing.
He knew it was us in the room forge, so he probably knows we're here.
So if he knows we're here, then it's a no-brainer. We go to the tower, we find the piece of information, and we delay resting as long as possible, so we can deal with whatever, or if there are any guards there, whatever is guarding that final bunker location. But
Alright.
I will defer to a group decision. So I'm only presenting my opinion.
I think you've got a good point, Elias. I don't necessarily like it, but I think at this point there's not an awful lot I do like, apart from you guys. Maybe we need to get up the top.
I feel we're probably safer down here at present because there's nothing currently with us, but I will go with the majority.
My vote is we push on to the tower.
Tolkus would probably want to push on. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Tolkus is bringing up the rear.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say from Silex's perspective, outside of the game, like Silex's character would. Yeah, he's not gonna stop.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna push on. Silex's gonna continue the hunt.
Okay.
Although it scares the shit out of me.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Silex is going to definitely continue the hunt. So.
Okay, so do we want to use a haste and invisibility sphere to get us to the base of the tower unseen? Or at least try and lose the tail if we are being followed?
I think so, yeah. I think we definitely have to approach as silent as possible.
Okay. Right, I will whip out a scroll of haste.
Do you want me to cast haste? So I've got it on my spell list. Save your scroll.
Yeah, okay.
Let's split it.
Yeah,
thank you.
I will
And
cast haste at 7th level on
I
everyone.
will cast invisibility sphere.
Okay.
And
So
hot foot it upstairs.
you, as long as you stay near Elias, you will be invisible in the sphere, and you all start to leg up the stairs quite swiftly. You feel the cold air running through your hair, past your ears, as you. Are you going to go all the way to the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Even hasted, it still takes you a while to go vertically up all of these stairs. But
How
eventually,
big are the steps? Are they gnome-sized?
no, they are pretty. They're I would say that they are very, very weather worn, but they are humanoid size. And eventually, you get to the top.
Okay.
Harrison do his best Rocky impression as he's going up the steps.
It takes two
None
at
of
a
us can
time,
see
striding.
this, so it's entirely wasted.
You know, I've always hated that.
What in particular?
Sorry?
And you about Rocky still, Steve?
No.
Is that you or Elias? It's hard to tell now.
That was Elias. It was Elias. I've always hated that.
Yeah.
What do you hate, Elias?
The human-sized stairs.
Yeah.
That's never made any sense to me. Make the stairs my size and humans could still walk up them as easily.
Well, we'd have to walk up smaller steps and we might trip over.
I think that's more of an us problem more than a Elias problem.
True, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
I could just fly up the steps anyway, so
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with that logic. I mean, Bear was taking quite a few steps at a time. At this point, I'm just perfectly fine because I rode Bear all the way up. So I'm feeling great.
Bear's like,
Yeah. Tongue all hanging out of his mouth. I'm just like laid on the back, like sipping a beer.
Elias, you just need to get yourself a mount. That's all you need, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not offering. Before you asked.
I would never do that to you, Lane.
I
I had a couple of other options in mind first.
You're not turning me into
Harrison.
You're not turning me into an animal, Elias. If that's what you're thinking
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
She just mouse. You just mouse at your belt for polymorph.
Now that I think about it, it would be an interesting experience to be an animal because I've never been an animal before.
Sheepham.
Baleful polymorph.
I have had dreams
I'll
of
show
being
you
an
what it's
animal.
like, Harrison, if we survive this.
Excellent. I will enjoy that.
So
So we got to the top of the stairs. Is there a clear entrance into the tower?
So the spire. So from the ground level, you saw this kind of citadel. It's round and curved, and also has gold effigy all the way around the edges. However, that was from the ground, so you could see that as the sun is kind of shining off that. Now you're much closer. This thing is huge. You think about Roman Colosseum. This is a huge domed spire. The archways are at least 60 foot high above you, and just goes on and on and on. And also think about when Lord of the Rings, when they went to the Dwarven Kingdom, and the camera panned back, and all you see these little figures in this vast chamber. That's how big this thing is. You're not inside it. You're just off to the side, and around you is just snow-packed earth, rocky outcroppings, and you look back down across the city, and you've got small clouds just going about the city. But anyone in this spire who's looking down, you would see movement below you. They would see you coming. What would you like to do?
Just gonna walk in.
Okay. So Elias takes some steps through. Again, trying to, if you imagine it from your point of view, as you're walking past these huge arches underneath, straight into shadow. Okay, this is where the permanent shadow always is. The cold suddenly hits you as the wind is pelting through. And in the middle, you start to see almost like a spiral staircase going round like a corkscrew, round and round and round, until it disappears inside this building. And that seems to be the only entrance into this spired building, with all the arches all the way around it. You can clearly see another exit, all the exits around you. But this spiral, long way around, bit of an arse, bit of a pain to walk. Why not just have a lift or go straight up or something? But all this walkway to get to the middle.
I'll look around and see if there's any possible cans of oil, just to make sure that they don't get blown up.
Okay.
I'm assuming not.
Yeah, you hunker down, you're fine.
I'm going to the stairs. I'll start climbing up.
Okay. So Elias has walked through the arches, and you see him climbing more stairs.
Yep.
By
Later
now
much
your
more.
invisibility is worn off, haste is worn off as well. Unless it's all day thing, but
No, it's not. This
Let's
is
start moving up the stairs.
this must be part of the power on display. People coming to beg for something or entreat with the master of the city. Made to climb all these stairs. They're making a point.
Yeah, there's some real overcompensation going on here.
Yeah. I think we're on the right track.
so Elias went first. Elaine is, let's say, 50 feet behind.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm following. I'm probably side by side with Tolkus.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm bringing up the rear.
Okay. So Saya can bear and bring up the rear. Harrison and Tolkus, and I'm a good old step-brotherly chinwag, which we'll never find out. But anyway, Elias and Yelena reach the top. You go round and round and round, and as you start to go to the middle of the spiral, obviously the stairs, the circles are getting shorter until you disappear, and you come up into this almost small chamber. As you dip into this new area, there is it finally comes to an end. It just comes flat and almost seeming to be a circular room. There is a massive pair of golden double doors stand to the north, while a smaller golden double door to the west allows access to something else. There are intricate carvings on the walls evoke images of Xin-Shalast in its heyday all the way around this circular room. They're accented with vibrant paint, inlaid gems here and there, just in these kind of effigies. The highly polished floor consists of a checkerboard pattern of gold and black tiles, while the entire place is brilliantly lit by what appear to be dozens of bejeweled, ever-burning torches in equally decadent sconces, again around this chamber, and they're on.
Okay,
Serious.
have we... Go ahead.
Serious overcompensation issues here. Just say you've got a small dick and be done with it.
Have we walked into this room yet?
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah, you've
Yeah, I
caught
think
up.
I have as well.
You can say you caught up, or unless Elias and Elena want to do something else.
So he's stepped on the floor. He's stepped on the checker pattern.
Checker pattern.
I'm
Yeah.
now heading straight towards the single. Well, you said there was a big, impressive set of double doors, and then a smaller
And
set
then
of double
an
doors.
itty bitty little one.
I'm gonna go over to the EC20 little set of double doors
Yeah,
and
it's still
make
bigger
a
than you.
listen check. Yeah, I'm gonna make a perception roll, please. See if I can hear anything. That's cocked. And that's not very good. 27.
No, that's good enough. You don't hear anything behind the door. However, with your ear pressed to the door, you kind of put one hand on there as well. You realise you don't hear anything, but you can feel a very low hum coming from the building. There's a slight vibration through it all.
Okay. I'll slip into detect magic as well. Is there presence of magic here?
Yes.
All over. So if the magic is imbued within the building itself, or a specific direction.
It's from everything around you.
Okay.
We're in the belly of the beast.
Yes, we are. with that roll, do I determine if the door is locked? Can I even see a lock on the door at all?
There's a handle, not a keyhole.
Okay.
There is a handle.
I'll push it open.
Do you want to use the door handle, or are you just going to push it?
I turn the door handle
I'll just
and open it.
Okay. You push open a door, and that's where we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, everybody. We're just going to get some more drinks and snacks, and then we'll find out what's behind door number 1.
Elias is scaring the hell out of me.
In 5 minutes. Right.
It's just one more door.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep being doors.
He's a betting man tonight.
And we will see you in a second, everybody. 5 minutes, or probably less. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
All right.
A bit.
press the button, Josh. Every time. Right. We're back. We just gobbled some chocolate. We had some drinks. Here we go. So, Elias, you go over to this itty bitty little door, human-sized door. You open the door. It's a small chamber, 25-foot square. No other doors. However, standing in front of you, and I will make sure I put this into. I will copy this into everybody's Zoom as well. Standing in front of you is Kurzog.
So this is no longer the penultimate episode.
And so the fools have found me. I must applaud your tenacity. You are more persistent than worms I thought you to be. You are more like hungry maggots in the endless squirming and writhing to get to death.
Elena's going to go, oh, you know all about hungry maggots, and just look after her comments about overcompensation.
Completely ignoring you as he starts to kind of pace sideways.
I thought you would, but it's
holding
just too much of an opportunity.
his book and his flaming weapon there. Nice big one. As he walks backside. I
conversation.
am your fate, maggots. I am your death.
I've had a few people tell us things like that, even the maggots, and somehow we are still here.
After 10,000 years, you'd think the monologue speech would be more polished.
It's poor, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. That's not, doesn't have quite the joie de vivre I was expecting, if I'm honest.
Do you want to go back in there and try again? We'll give you 5 minutes and you can come back.
Yeah.
We'll just step outside and close the door.
Yeah.
Just pretend it didn't happen.
You step outside and close the door on Runelord Kurzog.
Yeah.
Like, nope, wrong door.
Yeah. Possibly you can give us 8 hours to rest and we'll do this again.
Yeah.
And then you've got 8 hours to perfect your speech, practice in front of the mirror and really give it some.
Right, it's your call, guys. I mean, you just shut the door and,
Is this because we've seen him in sort of, well, in non-gaming terms, a hologram or magical image before, haven't we? Is this a magical image? Because I was in detect magic as I opened the door. Is this a magical image? Is it well, not an illusion, but is it projection, or is it really him?
I don't know. Take another look.
At the picture, or I will have another look at the picture. But if I will look at him using detect magic, it is do I believe it's really him?
You're not actually sure.
What do you reckon, Alliance?
Where's Rub?
What did you just see? Think about it.
You might have to tell me again.
No, you wanna look again. You open that door.
I'll open the door.
Okay. So you see Kurzog standing in front of you. And so the fools have found me. I must applaud your tenacity. You are more persistent than the worms I thought you to be. You are more like hungry maggots in your endless squirming and writhing to get to the death that awaits you at the core of your fate. I am that fate, maggots. I am your death.
That walking backwards and forwards was actually the image of the message resetting, was it? Like a GIF.
Kind of.
Simply, so if we open and close the door many times, we can get him to like repeat it over and over again for comedic effect.
Yeah.
Comic effect.
And so the fools have found me. Harrison just takes over.
Yeah. I start my own DJ session with the door.
Do you know what? This is something that I approve of. Harrison.
Well, I suppose we're safe. I believe.
Well, it's not really him. I'm not sure. Going as far as saying we're safe is the next logical step, but he's not here.
Or as safe as we'll ever be, probably.
Walk around the room for the moment, yeah. Can I walk around the room? Is there another way out, or is it just the room with this image in it?
The room that you were in, where the staircase was, is like almost kind of circular, apart from the staircase.
Yeah.
And this room is like a 20 by 20 room.
Okay.
There's no light features. It's bland stone wall, and there is not exactly a hologram projection, but here is an image. Because if you're going to be in the room, he's three-dimensional. He looks real, but he's not solid.
Yeah. He just reminds me of Jeff Goldblum from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
That's just what I've got in my head.
Great movie. I'm gonna walk over and kind of pass my hand through the hologram, or through the image.
You go up to him and it's almost as if the eyes follow you, which they do. It's like, you know, they lock onto you, they look onto your eyes, but the head doesn't move. So the eyes are looking down at you, but the head doesn't move down. It doesn't look down. So it doesn't change its, what would you say, meander around you, as you meander around it, and then you kind of push through it. It looks real. There's texture, there's detail in the clothing he's wearing. Each bit moves independently, as it would if he was moving. And as he moves left and right and parades around, you're just like, I can put my hand through him. It's very strange.
It's weird. It's like it's there, but it's not. I've never seen a hologram like this. Elias, do you think that he can see us? Look at his eyes. And I'll kind of move sort of around.
As he's walking around, he's like,
the base.
Really kind of
seen
exaggerate
something.
the stairs. The eyes are just.
Yeah.
We've seen something like this before, haven't we? Early on in our campaign.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen Karzo, but we've seen somebody, or at least a broken hologram.
It was cars. I
You did. Well done. Correct. Well
It was
remembered.
in the head shaped thing.
Maybe it was an early iteration.
It's good suggestion.
I assume, whether he can see us now or can see us at some point. I presume yes, because if you think back to Sandpoint, you know, when the floor collapsed, he spoke to us through all the voices of the citizens of Sandpoint. He must have seen what was going on, or been able to see what happened when Marin and the Giants to cause that. Whether he can see us through that thing or not, I don't know.
Elena wants to walk up to the hologram and just get in its face. Although I think it's probably taller than her, so that's going to be hard. Just like, give back, we're up. And then she's just going to poke him in the eyes.
Nothing happens. Your fingers go into the eye sockets, but that's pretty much it.
Well, that was weird. Still wasn't right back there.
I'm going to search in this room for a secret door.
Okay.
Because I don't understand what function this room performs normally when Xin-Shalast is... I'm assuming that this building is his throne room or something, or a meeting chamber. And what this must have been a waiting room, I guess. It could have been, and then they can project images of Karzog in here to entertain people or talk to people while they were waiting to meet the real person. I don't know, but I can't see what other purpose this room has.
It's just a vanity project.
So Karzog did a Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone and left us a message.
Yeah.
I'm going to search for secret door anyway. 35.
Yeah.
Okay, you start looking around in the room. Elias is trying to find something, a lock, a button, a seam, but no, you don't find anything.
Okay. I think you're right. It is. It's a vanity project. So
Was this message for us, or was it
Yeah.
just the last one?
No, this is for us. This is for us.
He's run away. So he says that he's going to kill us and that we're maggots, but he's not here to see us. He's just left a recorded message. He's scared.
Well, he could be leading us into a trap, so we better be careful.
Oh, he's certainly doing that.
Yeah, he's a cocky bastard, but we better mind our step.
I think Psylocke is good with traps, so maybe he can find a trap if there is one that he's left behind for us.
I am good with snares and traps, and if there's one in here, I do believe I can probably find it.
A little bit of a cocky sense to himself.
Well, Karzog's watching, so you gotta bring your game, even if you're not feeling it.
No. All right, so we got nothing in this room. The only other area was the bigger doors on the other side, the north side of the room, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The other room.
Yep. You just walk back out where you were. There are two giant, big, double gold doors.
So,
Well, yeah, Elias wants to go through them. Let's just put that out there.
that is a new level of transcendence when it comes to perception. I can almost feel what's on the other side of the door as I roll a 45.
Oh, Jesus. What did you get on the dice?
A natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
You've become the room.
He's become the door into the room.
You see everything, the entire layout.
Yeah, this is like infrared vision or something.
See these weird people looking at little screens.
You push your ear to the door. These double doors with your hand on the door as well, because it seemed to work for you last time. And you concentrate, close your eyes, and you focus on what you can hear behind the door, and start to draw pictures and patterns in your head. And it doesn't seem to quite make sense. You can hear people. You can hear chattering as if it's a city street. You can smell cooked foods, fresh air. It's a nice, pleasant sound and smell. And beyond that, you can feel the rumble is stronger than the previous door. Like you're getting closer to whatever it is that's making this rumble.
So in front of me is this huge set of golden double doors, and here I am, a small gnome-sized being wearing wizard robes. I think it would be wrong of me not to swing them open with both hands and step through proudly.
Okay. You grab the door handles. Well, they're up there for you, sorry. You click them. Boom. The doors swing inwards effortlessly as they part. The plain walls, the plain stone walls along this room are lined with a variety of tables, boxes, crates and cylinders. Some are made of stone, but others appear to be composed of metal. Strange, winding cables protrude from some to connect to others. All this clutter seems to focus upon a large metal framework constructed at the southern end of the room, where strange currents of energy dance and shimmer with a strange ring of stone. Now and then these currents coalesce into shapes, images starting for their familiarity, but still totally alien. The image revealed is a massive city of towers and gigantic monuments set in a mountain valley at the foot of a huge peak. It is, of course, Xin-Shalast. As it would appear from this high mountain vista, the city beyond the energy curtain is very different, however, from the one that you just walked through. In this one, its towers and buildings are ablaze with light, both magical and mundane. The great central road and surrounding streets teem with tens of thousands of giants and humanoids of all kinds of descriptions. The sounds and even the smells of this strange metropolis waft up through the image. An image that is perhaps trying to be an open window.
What you got, Elias?
So this ring, is it like the gate that you went through after the Runeforge?
Very, very similar, yes. If you remember the Runeforge, you had one on the outside of the mountain that you activated via the stones. You had to sort out the runes and the keys. And then one to escape the Runeforge, which you lit up. You know, we were activating the chevrons basically. Chum, 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 chum.
So are there runes around the outside of this gate as well?
Yes. Much more detailed. You've got crystals embedded into them as they go around, but you can see clear runes, and runes you haven't even seen before. What's everybody else doing? Elias is in there.
I think Elena will walk in.
Yeah, I'm going to go in too.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have. Right when he opened the doors, I would have screamed out, "Elias, no!" And would have ran.
So Elias, you're inside the room. You're now looking at, we call it the Stargate for ease of use, the gate.
Nice. I watched that maybe the other night.
In the room, piles of crates and gadgets and gizmos and long winding cables. A small staircase with a mezzanine, that kind of thing around the room. Yelena, as you walk in there, can you do me? Can everybody apart from Elias do me a perception check, please?
Yep.
Well, I have also transcended with Elias. I rolled a nat 20, so that is a 43.
Cool.
I've only got a 30 this time. No, 32, sorry.
42.
Okay. Silent, were you going in before Harrison? So Elias opens the doors, you shout out. Were you then rushing in?
Yeah, I would have ran kind of after him.
Okay. And Yelena, you've gone in after Silek.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Harrison, you'll bring up the rear.
Yeah.
As all this is going on, Harrison and Silek, you have to start with Harrison first. You see that thing at the corner of your eye again. Not exactly at the corner of your eye, but just off into the corner of the inside of the room. Something ducked behind a crate. Psylocke, as you rush in, Lias just passes in front of you to start to examine this stone circle, which has got this energy curtain inside. You also see, was that a trick of the light as the light is dancing around the room, or is that something dark behind the crates at the back?
I quickly run over to the crate where I see the movement.
Okay. I'll draw my crossbow. And where's Elena?
Elena's bringing up the rear.
Yeah, I'll draw my crossbow and look back at Elena and say, "There's something in here with us."
Okay. Elena will nod and start looking around hard.
Okay. Harrison, as you run around the corner to see what was actually there, how are you doing it? What are you doing?
So is it just like one big crate, or are there many crates?
All different kinds of crates, yeah.
I'm just gonna like, it's almost comically kind of use one of my short swords to kind of like poke behind with my short sword, like around the.
Okay. Everybody, roll initiative for me, please.
Oh no. We haven't got our meat shield.
I actually rolled a natural 1.
Oh, good.
Do you want me to roll initiative as well, or not till next round?
Put it in.
Okay.
I've got your numbers.
I'm 40.
Well, there we go. That's fun.
Psylocke is 40. Elena.
43.
Harrison.
26 for Harrison.
Ooh, that's low for you.
Nat 1.
Me as well.
Got them out of the way.
Need to work out what I got actually. And Elias.
32.
I think that's low for you as well. We're not going to roll. Tolkus. We're just going to say he's going to stay at the back of the room and guard the rear. He's not going to be involved in combat unless Jeff actually returns. Okay. And I am. I got a little bit better. Okay, Yelena first. You see Harrison runs off to your left. Psylocke has mentioned to you there's someone else in the room, and then starts to kind of head towards a set of crates himself. You see Harren start to poke and dig, and then suddenly a figure stands up, almost as big as Harrison, covered in what appears to be robes of some kind. Let's bring up covered in robes with a turban on the head, a mask over the front, but decked in big kind of jewelry, not jewelry, but jewels embedded into their clothing. I will copy the version into Zoom for you all to see. And immediately the hand goes behind their back, and from their belt pulls out a very wicked-looking curved dagger.
Ooh.
Okay. Do they now? He's like, I don't think you'll want to do that. Slam my staff on the ground, and a spike comes up.
Oh, you're going straight for the spike.
I'm going straight for the spike.
Nice.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
As a player, I'm very aware that Jeff is not it.
Yeah.
So please would you make a reflex save?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't use that dice because it's banned now. Oh, I got 29.
Nope, that's a fail.
Okay.
Wait. And 31 points of damage, and you are stuck in place.
Okay.
You are impaled through a leg or non-vital body part. And if you're standing on solid ground, you become immobilized, which I think you pretty much are, aren't you?
Yeah. So the one that's standing in front of Harrison, suddenly Harrison, this one pops up in front of you, pulls out this dagger, and it's just impaled for the lower half of its body onto this, I don't know, shaft of wood that appears out of the ground.
I confusingly look at my short sword and wonder what I did to.
Yelena, anything else you can do?
Shout at Harrison, that was me, you dickhead.
So,
Just poke him with the pointy end.
Silac, you're up next, followed by Elias.
Oh, by Elias. Okay.
So you start to hear commotion on the far left. You're heading towards a set of crates. Suddenly, a figure steps out, just strides out, almost as confident as you saw Kurzog, and again pulls out not one, but two curved daggers. The mask is over the face, all you see is their eyes, but definitely intent on attacking you.
Hang on a second, there's two of them now?
Two daggers coming towards you. A person
One
with
figure.
two daggers. No, this is another one.
Oh,
This is the one that you saw. Harrison went left, you went right.
Okay. How far away?
10 foot, probably less.
Okay.
This is that scene in what should we do? Raise the Lost Ark, where the guy is there with all the swords, and you're
Yep.
Indy with a crossbow.
Yeah, I'm
What do
gonna
you do?
And a bear.
and a bear.
and a bear. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, these daggers worry me. So my initial reaction is to keep bear away from him because these daggers are worrying me. So I'm gonna action 1 cast hunt prey. Action 2, I'm gonna hit. Where's Elias at? Just in between these two figures?
No, he's just off to your right.
Okay, I'm gonna hit Elias with Warden's Boon.
Mm-hmm.
So Elias, you get all my hunt prey. So you roll 2d8 extra damage on your attack. And then third action, I'm going to take a shot with my crossbow. So that'll be a... hopefully that hits. Let's see here. It's a 37 to hit.
37 hits.
Okay. 37 hits.
Elias, you're after Silac. If there's anything you want to shout out, you start to see this figure has appeared from behind these crates.
Okay.
While you're looking at the stone circle.
So I become a little bit inspired by what I'm seeing in front of me, which is what I believe to be a window into the past. We're seeing what Xin-Shalast used to look like. Whether that's true magic or an illusion, I don't know. But it inspires me that a new spell that I've learned, a high level spell.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a sec. Silac, what was your damage?
Okay, it's 26 points of damage of piercing.
Yeah.
And 4 points of damage of lightning. So a total of 30.
Oh, nice. Okay. Good hit.
And bear can move or attack for free.
Mm-hmm.
Is bear within a 10... Where's bear positioned? Is he within a 10 foot?
He stayed with you. He's plodding behind you.
Could he get a 10 foot reach and swipe at it?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll do that then. For his free, I don't want him to move any closer. I just if he can attack from where he's at.
Yep. He
Take a
starts to
swipe,
do the,
boy.
He starts to do a low growl. Anytime he sees someone threatening, heading towards his friend, he's.
That might have missed. That's a 30.
30 hits.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's claws. So that'll be 2. So that's 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 2d8.
Yelena, you can also see this other figures come up. So you got Harrison on the left with a figure.
Mm-hmm.
On the right hand side, Silac now seems to be in combat with a figure. So bear that in mind as it goes round. You can,
Yeah.
So
if you
that's
want to coordinate and shout things out, you're more than welcome
Okay.
that's 25 points on his claw attack.
Okay.
I rolled my 2d8s for my hunter's edge were both crits.
Cool. Nice. Good. Okay.
Good round.
Anything else, Silac?
That will be it. That's all my actions.
Okay, Elias. you've seen Psyche and Bear starting to attack this figure.
Okay, so as I say, I was inspired by what I'm seeing in front of me, which is what I believe to be a window to the past. So I'm going to manipulate time myself. I'm going to cast True Target, and I'm going to project myself forwards into time and look at all the possible outcomes of.
And you're doing the Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I am doing exactly that. Look at all the possible outcomes of the attacks and the motions and defensive stance that will be taken up by the enemy to my left, the one that Harrison is facing off against.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast forward those images to Harrison, to Yelena, to Silek, and to Bear. You now roll your next attacks on that creature with advantage.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
I get advantage.
Thank you very
At
much.
the same time, I yell, Silek, Bear, go for that one. Leave that one to me. That's one action. With my second action, I would like to cast Dominate on the one that Silek is facing off against.
Okay.
I'd like to worm my way into its mind and instruct it to go and get aid, because clearly these heroes are too powerful for two creatures of its nature. Run away and find help. Can you make me a will saving throw, please?
Ooh, okay. 30.
That's a failure.
Oof.
You have to follow my order until the end of your next turn,
Okay.
at which point you get another saving throw.
So basically, you've asked him to get more friends.
Get more friends. Yeah.
Okay.
I've said run away, get more friends, bring more help.
Okay. He backs off, and as you see, he reaches into his robes. He puts one of the blades away, reaches into his robes, pulls out a gem. This is a round, flat gem, and he seems to touch it on the top, and then he throws it on the floor. It shatters.
Okay. So that's either going to go really well, or there's going to be 20 more turning up.
Elias, why did you do that?
Is that the end of your go?
Attack that one. That's the end of my go.
Okay, my go. So, the one that's attacking you, Harrison, he's going to take a slice out of you, even though he's pinned by his lower body by this stake. That's a big hit. Does a 36 hit you?
That's exactly what you need.
Cool, fantastic. I didn't hit with much. That you'll be good to know. That's 9 points of damage with a persistent bleed as he slices you. Even though it's a minor wound, it just does not stop bleeding, and that's an extra 4 points of damage every round, please.
Okay.
That's his first attack. Second attack, he strikes back again. This is not well, it's lower anyway. So a 30. You mentioned a 36 hits you, but not a 30. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna miss, and then that has no chance. I've got a moth in there. Okay, cool. Okay, that one's go over. Harrison, over to you.
So I'll do my usual double slice with Elias's now ability. I can attack with advantage. So how do Elias? How do I? I'm sorry, Steve. How do I feel with this? Kind of is it sort of like I can see the right spots of how to attack him? Do I feel more invigorated?
Going to be, so you get an image of where he's going to be for the duration of your first attack. So you see all possible futures, so you know exactly where to strike to make it most effective.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So obviously I look at this creature, and I'm like, I can see where he's going to go if I try and attack him with my double slice.
Yep.
So I'm going to use my double slice ability with advantage.
Yep.
And that is good because I rolled a 2 and a 7. And so the lowest is a 36.
No, that hits.
Okay, so and obviously the highest is obviously higher. So both attack, both hits,
Go for it.
and so So the shocker goes for you.
The shocker.
And that is 8 points of slashing with 1 point of electricity.
Yep.
Sorry, plus an extra 8. So.
Yep.
So 16 in total, plus 1 of electrical. Okay. And the second attack is a single d6, and that's a 5 plus 8. So 13 points of damage.
Cool. Both good hits.
So that is my attack. So that was 2. So I'm just going to do one final attack with a -5 disadvantage. So I don't get the advantage of this one, because it's I've done my first attack, right?
So it's only your first attack, yeah.
Correct, yeah. So that it will be with the shocker 5 plus 30 -5, so 30 to hit.
30 hits.
Wicked. Okay. So here we go. Round 2. So we are 11 points of slashing.
Yep.
Or 11 points, and then plus a 6 of electricity.
11 plus 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all your attacks done?
I'm all done.
Okay, so he's still impaled on Yelena's spike, and now you've managed to slice into him after his little vicious attack with his dagger onto you. You notice is his robes now from his lower abdomen, and as well as the cuts that you've made, that's not red blood. He's kind of, it's a dark green.
Dark green.
Top of the round. So as the first bad guy shatters the gem up across on the mezzanine walkway, yeah, from all of your vantage points you don't actually see this, but a tear of reality opens with a door, and out start pouring more and more of these robed figures. Each of them, one of them just grabs hold of the railing over the mezzanine and jumps over. They're jumping over, they're running down the stairs. All start pulling out daggers or grabbing gems. There are now 12 of these figures in the room.
Did I see this happen?
Yes.
Okay,
Well, kind of.
so
you didn't see the where they appeared from, apart from it's now raining men. Already.
Hallelujah. And okay, so I didn't see the rip in time. I just heard more things coming into the room.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm
This is Kill Bill. You just got
I'm completely clueless.
people
what's
coming
going
out
on.
all the place and
Crazy
just filling
eight.
up the room. Yeah, crazy eights. Alright, top of the round. Yelena, followed by Silent, please. Let's go.
Can I just shout? It might be time to leave and point to the gate. I can stop them from following us, but we need to move.
Yelena, Silent. Yelena first.
How many are there behind me? Or basically,
They're dropping down the mezzanine behind you.
Okay, they're dropping down the mezzanine. How far up is the mezzanine?
I don't know. 10 foot.
Oh, okay, that's
Humanoid
good.
height. Yeah.
That's cool. Can they all make basic reflex saves, please?
Yes, they can. We'll do it as a mob. Reflex is 29. That's 31.
That's a fail.
Cool.
Oh, that's a lot of dice. 10, 20, 40. They all take 45 points of cold damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
What did
I
you
rolled
do?
well. I rolled really well.
Are they slowed as well?
I don't think. No, they're not slowed, unfortunately.
What did you do?
I cast Code of Cold, so I just was like, Elias, what the fuck did you do? Go away. Shoot Code of Cold up.
So you basically, as you do that, you're aiming it around, you're moving it. Just like freeze ray on trying to get everyone that's moving that's not your people you recognise. Trying to catch them all. Nice move. Well done. Anything else?
I will then start to move towards the portal.
Okay, so you're heading towards Elias and Silek and Bear.
Yes.
You're leaving
Yes.
Harrison behind, but
I'm not
you've got
going
to get
through it? Yes.
through at least 8 of these guys to get there.
Okay, that's fine.
Silek,
This is fine.
your move. You start to
Okay,
see these
are
men
they-
raining down around you. All start running
Okay.
towards and pulling out daggers.
All right, how wide is the doorway? Is it 5 foot, 10 foot?
The double
15
doors
foot?
that you came through.
Yeah, like if you opened them both up, like how wide is like from side to side?
Elias pushed them open. I say it's a 10-foot door each, so it's now, you got a 20-foot space to go back to where you started.
Okay, I'm gonna follow the group and run back out the doors. But right as I go out the doors, I'm gonna pull a package out of my backpack and throw it on the ground right in the middle of the doorway.
So the only one who's moving at the moment is Yelena, and she's running towards you. But there are 8 people in the way. She's not heading for the stairwell. She's heading towards you.
Oh, she's not running out of the door? We're not
She's
trying to
running
get out of
towards
here.
you.
No, what I shouted to run towards the Stargate, towards the window. I'm going through the Stargate.
You want to jump through the Stargate?
Yes. So is there people between us and the Stargate?
No, you're standing next to the Stargate.
Yeah.
You can see the city sprawled out below you. You must be at least 1,000 feet up in the air. Look at this city below you.
So if we step through that, we're going quickly down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I didn't understand that. So okay, probably not.
Could we not push them through the? This is me metagaming now, but okay.
Well, let's do that in the game. Right.
the game, during the
Silent.
rounds.
What are you doing? You're gonna run. You're running for the stairwell, that room. Yelena's running towards you, but you're gonna kind of veer off and go for the stairwell.
So let me get this right. The stairwell is where the door is, right? Out of the room.
Out of the room. I'm gonna pressure on it now.
Okay. No, I'm not going to run out of the room because
Okay.
no one else is doing that. So I
Elena's
thought they
running
were running
towards
out of
you.
the room. Elena's running towards me. I see her coming. The beans are behind her coming or at me coming.
They are between you and her. There's at least 8 figures between you and her. You saw Yelena turn around, and as they were jumping off the mezzanine, as they're coming into the room, she's spraying them with cold. And then she starts to run towards you.
All right. I'm going to... Okay, so then as they're running towards me, there are beans running towards me. I am going to... Screw it. I'm going to throw down... Oh, this is the one I want. Yes. I'm going to throw down a bleeding spine snare right 5 feet right in front of me.
Oof. Yeah. You just can whack it out.
Okay. What's that? Yeah,
Whack it.
that's an action. I pull it out. I
Yep.
throw out the bleeding spine snare. It hits the ground, and all you see is like a few like spiky, almost vines with like thorns on it come out of the ground, and then very quickly withdraw back into the ground.
Nice. How many can they attack? Is it
Okay, so everything that hits it, it has to enter the space.
Okay.
But it can continue. Every single beam that enters the space, it isn't like a one trip and it's done. It goes for 1 minute. Everything that enters its space over the course of a minute gets hit.
Okay. Well, there's a group of 8 of them in front of you, so let's see what happens.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know if they're running single file or what that looks like, but it's only a 5x5 square. Okay, it's as big as those traps are. So that's one action. Not as an action, but I am going to turn over my shoulder and look at Elias, almost just like, what the fuck do we do? Like, like I'm almost in kind of panic mode here. Like I'm ready to fight, but it's like I'm looking for somewhat of some guidance, right?
Okay, so you throw the trap down. You turn around to look at Elias, like, what the fuck? You quickly look back at your trap. what the trap springs. You see out of these 8 figures, you see the red vines. Gets 3. Boom, boom, boom. Immediately pulled to the floor and starts getting wrapped up. What damage do they take? Do they get any saving throw?
Okay, they're gonna get. Let's see here. You have to make a reflex saving throw, and that is for my class DC, which is a 34.
Ooh, okay. So I got 33. Wow. Okay, so 3 of them boom, 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 get yanked to the floor. Do they also take damage over this?
They do. So
and Elias, you see this happening, Elias.
You will take 2. Each one will take 2d8 persistent bleed damage.
Okay, let's do it.
And that's 5. So each one of them will take 5 persistent bleed damage, and then 1 second.
So Elias, you see Silent doing this, and he calls back to you. What the fuck you doing?
I'll just shout, everyone, center on me, get to me, get to me.
And as he turns back, go.
All right, each of those take 36 damage.
Okay. Nice. You start as these 3 go down. You see the vines start wrapping around them. As they're trying to fight back, every now and then you hear as a bone breaks. But you don't hear them scream. Is there any more on your go, Sark?
Yeah. So second action will be, I will be moving back towards where Harrison and Elias are.
Harrison's not with Elias. It's just you and Elias and Bear. So as you're stepping, you're basically stepping backwards.
Yep. I'm stepping backwards, and so second action I'm going to move back, and the third action is I'm going to throw down another trap.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hit him with I'm going to throw down a scything blade snare.
Oh.
As my last action. And just yell out, "Come and get me."
Go for it.
Okay. So that trap is thrown out, and then
what's the saving throw?
Yeah, that's all my actions. Well, are they still running? Like, are some of them going to run into it, I guess?
Yeah, it was a group of 8, and you got 3.
In the first one?
In the first one. This will be the second one. So immediately you've done that. You can hear the bones cracking as they start to get tighter. Yep. You've thrown out another one now as they're coming closer to you.
Okay, and so how many are getting... This is a single snap. This one just triggers on
one person.
Yeah, this one's just triggers. Yep. And 1 second, please. This is going to be a reflex save of 34.
34, that's fine. Sorry, not for me. I got 19. No, I got 32. I'm just missing it.
And
does this hit a group, or is this just on one?
This one is just on a single.
Okay. So this one's failed. Go for it. And this is a scythe blade trap.
Yeah, this is going to take so 63 points of damage.
Oh shit. Okay. Don't worry about that then. You throw down the trap as one of the bad guys steps on it, and immediately both his legs come out from underneath him. And as it goes down, it continues to chop him into small bits. He's gone.
Okay.
He is.
That's all I got.
He's done. Elias, you see Silent has called out to you. What the fuck's going on? As he turns back, you see 3 figures hit the floor and just get roped up in these red vines. Then Silent, as he starts backing away towards you with his back to you, he throws down another trap. Immediately, this one turns into mincemeat. green goo and blood is going everywhere. And as you're looking at the stone portal, you look back, you hear ding, and one of the crystals lights up. Elias, what do you want to do?
Congratulate Sarlek. That was stunning work, stunning piece of work, really.
Do you like that? Yeah, I'm really good with the snares.
We're gonna have to play that into future strategies. I really like that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. And there's obviously a group coming towards the centre because they were in between Yelena and myself. So I would like to cast a cone spell, not get Yelena. Is it possible to get the remaining ones that are alive that are trapped in that entanglement and the other 8 in that 30
You'll
foot
have
cone?
to angle yourself round to the left a little bit. Psylocke is in front of you. Then you got the meat of the bad guys, and Yelena is trying to get through the middle of those bad guys.
Okay. I just want to get all of them.
Just try. That's
So-
the dice, not me.
No, but I mean, in direction wise, I just want to get all of
You
them.
need to
And if I
circle
have to,
around. You
if
have
I
a
have to
bear.
hit Yelena, then I'll hit Yelena.
It's fine. But Psylocke and Bear are directly in front of you.
And if
Which
I have
is
to hit
okay.
Psylocke and Bear, then I'll hit Psylocke and Bear.
Oh, okay. That's different. So you don't have to move. You can just shoot Psylocke and Bear in the back.
Yeah. So
Fine.
I'm gonna yell. I'm sorry, but this has to be done. We need to clear this room as quickly as possible. Everybody, just react, and then I'm gonna cast prismatic spray.
Jesus.
So a rainbow effect just erupts in a cone in front of me, filling this 30-foot space, hitting everyone in front of me
It's
because I just
gonna
want
hit
to
everyone
get
in the room.
everyone.
Is it a reflex save?
It depends on what you roll. So if you want to roll for the group, Dave, and then everyone else rolls individually, and then I'll say what happens.
I'll
What do
roll
we
for a
roll?
mob. Yeah.
So it's a D8.
D8.
I'm sorry, I roll a d8 as well.
I need to get a D8 out.
I got 1.
I got a 1 as well.
I got 2.
Okay, so
2 for me as well.
the 1s and the 2s are both reflex saving throws.
Oh yes, I'm legendary in reflex.
I'm not. And I'm not.
Oh no, that wasn't very good.
I got 22.
Okay, that's a fail.
Okay. Basically, all the bad guys in the room who are looking in Elias's direction have failed.
I'm using my hero point.
44 for Harrison.
You pass.
49
You
for
pass.
Psylocke.
33, which I think is probably a fail.
That is unfortunately a fail.
Oh well.
What about Bear?
Oh shit. Hang on.
It's right, Steve, you want to read out what happens?
Yeah, so all of the guys, all the bad guys, get hit with the red ray, which is an intense ray of fire, and they take 50 fire damage. Every single one of them.
Every single one takes 50 points of damage.
Correct.
Okay.
28 for Bear.
As they burn in this torrent of fiery energy that is
They
the
are.
red part of the rainbow.
One by one, you see all of them just. They grab their eyes. They don't even scream as their robes and their skin blisters and just burns. They all just crumple to their knees, and one by one, you just see these figures like drop as their bodies are still smouldering.
So as they go down, the more lights light up.
Yes, one by one, ding, 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 until, because you just wiped out all of them, all 12 lights around this Stargate thing have lit up. The Stargate seems to activate. The window to the city that was originally there disappears, and all it is a swirl of colour.
Okay.
I hate to be that person, but what damage did I get?
So you got hit by the orange part of the rainbow, which is acid damage.
Oh, nice.
So you take 60 points of acid damage.
Jeez, I wish I hadn't said anything then.
And what happened to Bear?
What did Bear roll for the D8?
The D8 was a 1, and he failed with a 28
Okay,
on the
so
reflex.
he gets 50 fire damage.
50 fire, okay.
Yep.
Elias, we better be resting after this.
Oh, we are, and I only did that because I knew you could take it, and I needed just to hit everybody as much as possible. Taking them out has activated this thing behind me, so I knew it was part of the key. They're obviously here as sacrifice. I needed to get it done as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Silik understands, but is somewhat pissed because Bear's like fur is on fire at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm like smacking Bear like all over, like trying to put him out.
I apologise, but it was necessary. And as I say, I trust you. You're powerful enough to take it.
All right, well,
Yelena and Harrison.
Yeah.
Behind Elias, the swirling colours of the Stargate seem to shift and change shape, almost like a plug hole, like as if the water and the mists and the colours start to spin around and swirl until they get to the centre. I'm going to show you another picture. As the colours swirl behind Elias, you start to see and hear a low moaning noise, and this long blue tentacle starts to creep out of this Stargate with a really mean, long 2-foot spike as it starts to whip around.
It just got worse. It literally just got fucking worse.
Oh,
if you're watching on Twitch, yeah, you can see it on Twitch. Well, you can see it on. I'll put it into Zoom for everyone to see.
But what I'm starting to get the feeling that this is not just the big bad when you open the door. This is like the endless zombie horde that you're going level 1, 2, 3 until you eventually get to the final boss with no rest in between.
Can we rest now?
Please can we rest? I'm running out of spells.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Elias, we might want to leave this room.
And you start to hear more moaning noises as this shadow starts to appear and move behind this energy curtain, and then it starts to walk through. You see it's kind of like this multi-legged crab shape as it starts to appear. Its huge mouth and open maw is like clattering as it steps into this room. This thing is at least 10 foot tall and wide as it starts to kind of come out and clatter. This blue thing, this I don't know what you call it, tail thing, that came out ahead of it is actually its tongue as it whips it back out and then comes back in. What you see before you, and I'll push this into Zoom chat for you to see, and for everybody at home, that's what they see. This thing starts to step out on its crab-like legs, and on its back are multiple domes with liquid sloshing around inside them as this thing steps out to attack you. There are eyes on some of its legs, and what appear to be very small eyes, almost like
Is it all the way out yet? Is it all the
yeah,
way out yet?
it's coming out, and it's going
No, but is it all of the way out?
It is all of the way out.
Buggerations. Is it not like halfway?
No. So can everybody roll initiative for me again, please?
Can it please be halfway?
In the future, I just need to interrupt the monologue because by the time it's got to the monologue, it's too late.
You do, but you didn't. I was going slowly as well.
All right.
Okay, Elias, initiative.
44.
Okay, well, that was good. Elena.
40.
I rolled really badly, so potentially you could kill it before it gets to you. Harrison.
27.
Or maybe not. Silek.
42.
Okay. And just for reference, this is called a brain collector. Hey! And if you want to, this is one of the new WizKids minis. And this is the Pathfinder Deep Cuts battles. And it's out next month if you want to get one. It's fantastic.
And it looks horrible.
It looks bloody horrible, but there you go. Okay, so first up, Elias, followed by Silek.
I'm from positional point of view standing nearest to this thing.
Yeah, you're literally
because I
turning
was at the
around
back.
and it's huge.
And as I turn round, I complete the incantation just to go full effect now. There's this bigger creature coming out to get me, and I don't like bigger creatures, so I'm gonna cast 8th level dragon form and go huge blue dragon.
Nice.
Okay.
And as I complete the casting of that spell, with my last action, I'm just going to launch a bite in its direction.
Okay, go for it.
So sorry, I just need to look at the stats. That is hitting an armor class of 46.
Yep, that hits. It's quite big and chunky, so the armor class is low. It's kind of got chitinous skin, much like a crab, but yeah, it has a low armor class.
That is 17 points of damage.
Okay, we're off to a good start. Here we go.
And that is my go, because that's my 3 actions.
Silek, followed by Yelena. Silek, you were talking to Elias before this thing started to come out, and now this is a beast. Even Bear is just looking at you, going, "What the fuck? You want me to bite that?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think at this point, like, Silek would look over, like, I'm gonna look over at Bear, and I see Bear like still like smoldering, right? I'm not gonna send him in, so I'll just kind of bear down and pull up the crossbow. Action 1, hunt prey, and then I'm gonna take 2. No.
Sorry,
go ahead.
29 damage, not something. I've missed the addition.
I thought that was a bit low for you. Okay, 29, it's fine.
I will activate hunt prey. I will take a crossbow shot, and this is my last shot before I have to reload. So yeah, it's a definite hit. That's 28 plus 18, so 38, 46.
40, is that to hit or damage?
That's to hit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all good.
46 to hit, and then damage is going to be come on. Um, 2d8. It's a good hit. 32 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
5 of that was electricity damage.
Yep.
The rest was piercing. And then I will take a
I can't take another crossbow shot, so my last action, I'll throw my axe.
Go for it. Elias is short. He's in the way, but he's short. Shorter than
No,
you.
he's not shorter than. He's a huge blue dragon currently.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
So 31? 31 to
hits.
hit?
Yep. Go for it.
Oh, nice. Okay, and that's going to be...
Somewhere in the background, you hear a war cry. Yelena, you look around and realise, where's Tolkien?
Well, he'd normally be here. He loves this kind of shit.
Okay, that is... I do not get the crossbow ace. I do not get the precision because that's a second attack. So that's 21 points of damage, and 5 points of that is electricity.
Nice. More zzz. Okay. Off to a great start. Right, it's... You hear a war cry. In, bounds, jumping over the crates. One-handed, holding the... I'm assuming the battle axe in his hand.
Oh yeah.
Boom! There we go. Tolkien barrels into the room, sees this giant monster. Because, unfortunately, you guys left him at the bottom of the stairs. So he had to take the long way. You took haste and went invisible, and Tolkien was like, I was just looking in the building, having a pee behind the wall.
Yeah.
Where have you gone?
Turn around for a wee, turn back round, and everyone's gone. What's going on?
Everyone's gone without him. And he had to walk all those stairs on his own, one at a time.
Yeah, no, but I'm fairly certain he'd take two at a time because he's told us.
Yeah. It was a good fire workout.
Yeah, it was
liking it.
You didn't skip leg day, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
And even then, he skips over some crates, barrels in. There's this huge monster.
Yes, Togs is going to see the huge monster, and he is going to, if there's any barrels and crates near it, he's going to run up them and leap towards it with his great axe in hand, the lightning crackling.
You're getting cheers now. Tolkien smash.
Yeah.
So okay, so you leap up. Whoa!
Yep, he's going to leap off the barrels towards it with his great axe up. He's going to do it as hard as he can. And he's going in for a power attack. It's an actual 20!
Oh, nice. Bring the pain.
Go for it.
Yeah, so that hits an armor class of ridiculousness. And that is going to do...
Are we doing the extra special cards?
Yeah, extra special cards before I roll, Dave, or do you want me to roll damage first?
No, just go for it. Just roll your damage. You're not going to get much extra on this. I think he's going to finish it.
Right, it does 35 basic damage plus 10, which is 45.
Okay.
And then doubled, I guess. So it's 90 points of damage.
Okay. Right, that's a big hit. As you land the attack square in, I'd assume what you might think is its head.
Aiming for the middle sort of centre bit.
Yeah.
Just above its mouth.
If you see the mouth, you think that's where, anatomically you're used to where the brain would be. That's a head. And as you crumple it, it cracks the shell, parts it like butter as it sinks deep into this thing. Out of its mouth, it ejects all this blue blood and goo and gunk, just covers your entire body as you're just hanging now by your axe, swinging around wildly. These things, they're like pods on top of its head, if you like, if you can see the picture.
I've seen the picture, yep.
It's swirling around as you're hanging on. You're looking at one, and it's swirling around. It's like big fruit bowl size, and inside is all this liquid splashing around. And you realise that's a brain inside. But on your impact, two of them further in the back, in the middle, just like shatter like glass. The liquid pouring all over this creature, and you just see this brain, which is like weirdly beating like a heart, just stops and starts to dry up.
do
The
shrivel up,
creature just
raising.
kind of shudders on a couple of its legs, but continues to keep going. Do you have anything more in you, Tulkas?
Yeah. I am going to attempt, because I have a really cool ability called Titan Wrestler, and I am, as my axe is embedded in it deeply enough, I am going to try and basically land in front of it with the axe still in it, and and then use the axe to flip it behind me.
Yep.
Sort of thing.
That's
so
fine.
what I do is I am going to make a athletics check, I believe I need to do. And the athletics check result is 46.
Well done. Okay. I'm gonna try and contest that. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, I got 37. So it tries to scramble. The head just crumples even more, and you lift this beast. This is a large creature. I'm going to say abomination, but a large creature. And as you swing it up and around you, more blood and gunk and blue crap just comes out of its mouth, and you crash it on the floor behind you, shattering some crates all over the place, and then it stops moving. The crab-like legs, like a spider, fold in on itself, and you hear as two more of these bowls seem to crack underneath it, and you see all the just extra water to start pooling out on the floor.
Ah! Nice hit, Tulkas.
Sorry I took so long.
Where the fuck have you been?
Well done, brother, you crazy fool.
Walking upstairs, it took forever.
Did we leave him down at the bottom?
You snooze, you lose. Honestly.
I blame Elias.
I turned around to relieve myself, and then next thing I know, you were all gone.
Oh, did you see Carlsdorf has walked in? Did you have a recorded message?
Yes.
He called you a maggot as well.
No, he said he was fearing my return or something. It popped up, and he just went, ah ha ha, and then he went, oh shit, and then it disappeared.
You're always so funny, Tulkas.
You see the stone portal behind you, just with the death of this creature, the lights, and it all seems to power down.
So I'll tell you what I was going to do, if I managed to interrupt your monologue in the future, was do anti-magic.
Yeah, to turn it off and cut him in half.
Yeah, anti-magic field.
I knew you were going to do that. It's great minds think alike.
Oh, I'm sat here going, oh yeah, that smell be right good for now. And Dave's monologuing away, and I'll call it too late.
Yeah, I've been saying for 10 months. You want to do something, you got to say. You have to shout it out.
Elias, we're resting right as Elaine is standing there. Her clothes are a little bit burned with acid. She's looking kind of unimpressed.
Yeah.
Tulkas goes, what the hell happened to you guys?
It was great.
Elias.
You may have killed that one thing, but I wiped out a room of enemies.
Are you still a dragon?
Well done, Elias.
You can see, I mean,
Yes, I'm still a dragon.
He's still a dragon. as you're prancing around, from your vantage point, dragon, you see behind the crates, over where Harrison was, but Harrison didn't actually see it because he went poking his stick rather than looking around. There's a door.
That Harrison always poking his stick.
Yeah, gets me nowhere.
Seeing as I'm in dragon form, what I'd like to do is do this sort
You're
of...
going to tap the door in frustration.
Comical Pluto moment where he's in his bloodhound mode. I'm just gonna scatter over the door like an unwieldy large puppy, and then stretch my neck out and point at the door.
Not until we rest.
Just
like a bloodhound or something.
Yeah, exactly like a bloodhound. Just one more door.
No.
We are not opening any More doors.
Just one more.
Tonight,
one more.
Elias.
Just one more.
Come on, Elias. One does not simply walk into more doors.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
We need a mansion.
Did you notice Harrison
We
didn't
need
get
some
it?
healing.
Well done.
That Game of Thrones reference.
If I
Oh,
could
I'm gonna
just
slap
thank
you.
I
Oh my
would.
God.
Because
Just
we
shut
get
the-
to meet in person, you're gonna get
Just
slapped.
shut the stream down. We're done.
Boom. Bad joke. Boom.
Is the door made of wood?
You're not sure what they're gold. You're not sure what they're made of.
Can I tap on it with my dragon nose?
Yeah, if you want to
Sound
walk
like
over
it.
to it and tap on
Well,
it with your
I
nose.
don't need to walk over to it. I've got reached 15 feet.
It's a big room. You're in a room like it's like 40 foot.
I'll get close. I'll get close enough that
So you stomp around. You stomp on some of the bodies of like these burnt things that Silek was doing. Be
You're
careful
right.
not to step on the traps. On the traps.
Yelena would like to turn into an earth elemental.
Okay.
And if she can, glide over to the door and get in front of it before Elias gets there.
Okay. So there's a dragon and an air elemental
Not
walk into a
Earth,
bar.
not air, Earth. Just block the door.
Tulkas is just going to charge towards the door, full speed. And then just when you think he's going to try and knock it open, he stops and then just opens it like a normal door.
No, but I'm in front of the door.
Oh, are you? But you're an air elemental.
Blocking-
So I
no,
just
I'm
step
an
through you.
I'm an earth elemental.
Oh,
I'm an
earth
air
elemental. I get out a shovel and
So let's make it fair. Elias, Yelena, and Tulkas, can you all roll a d20, please? Whoever gets the
And
highest.
I'm screaming at everybody.
I'm bound to
What
roll
the
low now.
fuck? Bear is burnt. All his fur is
Yeah.
just charred. He smells really
Oh.
bad.
I'm
11.
screaming at
That
everybody.
was so nearly another natural 20. It's 16.
13.
As this is all going on, Harrison's going to climb into one of the barrels and just sit down.
Asleep.
Yeah.
It's probably the best reaction right now.
There's no place like home.
Yeah.
There's no place like home. Okay, who got the highest number?
Tulkas did.
Tulkas, 16.
Oh,
Tulkas.
I did. Okay.
I've
so
got 13. You know,
You all start to kind of look at each other and go, yeah, and rush over. Elias is still the blue dragon. Yelena, on her way over, transforms and grows into an earth
Oh,
elemental.
I'm gliding under the earth.
Yeah.
I'm gliding. I'm not running.
Okay. And Tulkas just bounds like one-handed. Ha ha. Ha ha. I've been doing my Stairmaster. Ha ha. And gets to the door. Everyone's like, ah. And Tulkas' hand is on the handle. What do you wish to do?
Open the door. Throw caution to the wind.
Okay. Here we go. So, pillars of gold support the arching ceiling of this particular room. The northern wall bears a particular detailed mural that shows mural that shows at a wedding that shows Xin-Shalast at its height, with the face atop Mar Massif appearing to address its citizens as magical runes and spirals of energy emerge from its open mouth. Yet even more impressive, an even more impressive work of art is overwhelmed by what towers in the center of this room. An immense, slowly rotating, 30-foot diameter sphere of gold. Its surface is shimmering with strangely sluggish flames. A stone walkway with a set of stairs leads up to the side of the sphere, where a 5-foot wide ramp leads up to a 10-foot wide platform, balanced precariously atop of the globe, from which a shimmering pillar of golden light shines up to the ceiling above. So if you've ever seen the film The Sphere, this is what it is, but a gold one. Actually, I think it was gold. I can't remember if it was black or if it was gold.
Well, Elena's gonna come back to her normal form and go, well, we've opened the door. We rest now.
Yeah.
Does it look like a safe place to rest?
Well, we're gonna go Magic Mansion, and yes, okay.
Yeah. So like I'm already pulling like bed things off the back of Bear. I'm just looking at everybody, just like fuck. I'm like getting everything ready. I'm setting up alarm snares.
Well, if everyone gathers around me, I will cast Moment of Renewal. So we'll get some hit points back from that. So it's like you've had a normal rest, but you don't get spells back. So you will gain, it's your con times your spell level of hit points back. And then if people need more healing, I can do more healing.
We'll rest. As long as we can have a conversation about planning for the Castle Bell.
Yeah, I think it has to do with not opening doors.
Yes, definitely. But I'll heal everyone up as much as I can, because then we'll be closer to max HP. We can do that out of combat, out of session.
Yeah. Alright. I go back to Elias form. I cast Magic Mansion, making the door appear in one of the walls of the chamber without the sphere in it. So the Stargate chamber. And we'll go in. We'll have a conversation about planning for this battle. And then we'll rest. We'll recover spells. And then we'll come out and I'll try and convince everybody that going into the next room is what we have to do next.
I think we know that we've got to go into the next room.
Yeah.
It's just not tonight.
There's where did you put the mansion? In the Stargate room.
In the Stargate room. Yeah.
Okay, so in the sphere room, the golden golf ball, there's no other door.
Okay, so there's the tower with the shaft of light, and then there's the sphere.
You have this sphere. There's a flight of stairs, so you could go on top of the sphere, and there is a beam of light coming out the sphere.
Okay.
So you're all rested in the Magic Mansion. You're all well catered for and rested, and there's servants and stuff in there. Big old party.
And we have offline planned our fight. We've got necessary spells changed out, or whatever tactics we're going to use, which we can discuss between now and next Thursday, metagame wise.
And before I go in, I will set like an alarm snare outside the door. I guess I'm worried whenever we come out, like there hasn't more of these things that have appeared. So I'm going to set an alarm snare to ensure that there's nothing moving around in that room where we're at.
Okay.
Well, could I hear? How does the magic? Could I hear that inside the Magic Mansion, or are we on a different plane?
Plane.
Yeah, you're not aware of what because you're in a building, aren't you? So the Magic Mansion is a building, but on another plane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I couldn't.
And each room is on a different plane. You know, you go into the dining room.
Okay. I couldn't hear the alarm snare. Doesn't matter.
So.
All right, never mind.
Go back out the front door and have a peek.
Look, we're ready to do this. We're as ready as we can be. There's just one more thing I need. Who's got Rub's coin?
I have. Here it is.
Okay.
And I hand you over a really nice looking pendant, and it's mounted, but it's easy to unmount it from like a kind of circle thing. Like I said before, think of the time turner from Harry Potter. It's sort of like that, so it spins round in it, and I hand you that. So you just do this, and it comes out. There you go.
Okay. I take the coin out, and I hold it in hand. I cast Sigil. And then I walk into the room.
Everyone healed up 138 hit points. I'm hoping that's enough. I can heal more.
Yeah, when you say walk into the room, you mean walk out of the house into the Stargate room or into the sphere room?
So this is the next morning after fully rested, fully healed, everything. Yeah. We're now in the Stargate room.
Okay.
I've got the coin in my hand, I've cast Sigil, and I'm walking holding that coin in my hand into the sphere room. I need an anchor. And I flick the coin with my thumb back towards Tulkas, and I continue walking, and I go straight into the sphere.
Okay. Everybody, you see Elias.
Did you want me to catch that and keep it, or did you want me to leave it on the floor?
No, I threw it to you. I just
you threw it to me to catch. Right, okay, I'll catch it.
Yes.
Stick it back in its little mount.
Okay, so as you
and
do
put it
that,
back around my neck.
As you do that, you notice the coin now has a different symbol on it. Because I cast Sigil. And that Sigil is a 7-pointed Sahedron.
Mm-hmm. You get.
So if you remember,
cool.
if you remember back to episode number 1, I put that everywhere.
Yeah, I remember.
Was Sphere the one with the jellyfish? I can't remember.
No, that's the one where the spaceships come down and there's the ink blot communication things, the rule set diagrams. Yeah, that's not Sphere.
No. Did he just walk in? An idiot again.
So has he disappeared from our sight?
Elias has seemingly just walked into a golden golf ball. Yeah.
Oh, for the love of
Do we
God.
follow him? I assume yes.
I think so.
Well, at this point, we have no other choice.
Harrison, you have competition for stupidity right now.
Well, you know, if there's a competition, I normally win, but
Right now, no, and I'm fine with that. I do not need you competing with Elias.
well, there we go. Well, shall we go? I'm happy to go.
Let's go.
Put on your glove. It's gonna be a rough ride.
The glove is on.
Can someone clip that, please?
Yeah. You're welcome.
We'll ride hard into this. No, never mind.
Thank you, Delica's King. Thank you.
Steady.
Huzzah! Okay, so who's gonna go in second?
Yeah. I'll go in second, since I was behind him when he went in because he flicked the coin back to me.
He did say he needed an anchor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but then he did flick it to me to catch, and I'm sure he would have expected me to follow him.
Okay, Tulkas, you walk in. You step into the golden sphere and vanish.
Let's go, Harrison.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Walk through.
Yeah,
Silent,
likewise.
followed by a bear, walk into the golden sphere and disappear. Elaine and Harrison, it's just you.
Yep. Go through.
Elena walks through, disappears.
I'm going in. I'll go in with the glove first.
And you not have enough time to question that.
Harrison, you go up to the golden globe and step in.
I do what? Sorry?
And step in. I was just giving it a bit more suspense.
Oh, okay, fine. I was a bit
It's the
concerned.
only golden globe you'll ever get.
So, we'll find out what happens next week.
Oh,
Man.
we didn't
very-
have a chance to level up, did we?
You did. I'll let you level up.
Okay.
You get one more level.
I'll let you level up.
I'll let you level up. You did well.
Oh,
For next week will be the final episode.
Finale.
don't go down without a fight.
Right.
Will there be a major character death? Who knows?
Sound of
Will
my hands
Harrison
down.
piss off Elena that much?
There was a message next to the globe that says, this is the point of no return. Please make sure you save your gun.
Oh, ye who enter here.
We got the save point. It's fine. Except
Get
the
the save
person.
point.
You got to do the whole level
my
again, though,
anchor.
Steve. You got to do the whole level again. You saved it right back at the mountain when you skiing down.
Oh, Although
What
my chance of teleporting out has walked in with a coin.
What if the save gets corrupted and you have to start all the way back in chapter 1? Or
At that point, you just give up the game and play something else.
Like a certain unmentionable game is currently out on beta.
Let's go play Snap. Let's go outside and get some fresh air. Play football in the park. Right. Thank you everybody for watching. That was our second to last episode. It really is our last episode next week of this fantastic adventure, Rise of the RUNELords. It's a Pathfinder series, Pathfinder 1, but we converted it into Pathfinder 2. It's done by Paizo, so please do check out all the Paizo Pathfinder and Starfinder if you're into sci-fi stuff. It's all pretty good. And this week's monster was from WizKids. This is the Brain Collector from the Pathfinder Battles WizKids Wave 15, which comes out next month in your local gaming store. And it's bloody amazing. It's brilliant. Even comes with these little plastic globe things and everything. So, really cool. Only got one.
Awesome.
Everybody, thank you very much. Thank you to my players. Thank you to you for watching.
Thank you.
Please check out some of our discounts that we're passing on to people.
Yep.
And there we go. We will see you next week for the. It's been 10 months. 10 months
finale.
of real time, and we will see what happens.
It's been awesome.
Can't wait.
So good.
Okay. Tell your friends.
Tears. There's going to
Tell
be
your
tears.
friends. Yeah. Tell your friends. Share the stream. Let's make next week a big one.
So it's going to be epic maps, minis, things breaking.
I've got it right
Yeah,
here.
I'll be around for the entire
I've got
episode
it
because I'm not on
right
call
here.
next week.
I can't really show it to you, but it's just there. It's just so big. So big. The map for next week is just so big.
That's what they said.
Yes. Always.
Oh, it's been innuendo all evening.
So everybody, thank you so much. I'm going to keep saying that now, but thank you, and
Bye, everybody.
good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.